this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know my time. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. It's fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn and develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing in competition, back up against the rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal, cause the devil is a lie. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease.
No more hands.
We've got to leave it open.
Hey, love is the word. What up, DB? What up? Love is the word. What up? Whoa, Mike Moss. Is Big Lloyd in the house? AKA Cletus. Birdman. What up, Mike Moss? Mr. Male Advice, man. I appreciate you, man. What up, Mike Weary, the great man? Yeah, we in here already. We in here early. I don't know. I was just excited, man. You know, I'm high off Brandon Adams knocking dude out the 8th round. You know what I mean? Phil J 508, man. He was down on all 3 cards, 68, 64, and he hit him with a Floyd Mayweather, Ricky Hatton. Well, it was a counter shot, so it wasn't really a check hook, but it was a counter shot. What up, Knowledge? Pinky, nigga. Hey, this song's so nice. The computer gonna play it twice, TBA. What up, Alex Carrillo? For 2. What up, James? Mr. Sipper. What up, G? What up, G? Ingram? We got a Anthony Ingram? Ingram? In relation to James Ingram? What up, Reg? 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 What up, Mike 202, man? I appreciate you coming in. Jamie Alexander being here in a minute. You know, the second hour, we'll talk boxing, Triple OG. You know, all things boxing. Did you hear Bob Aaron want to sign Devin Haney? I ain't heard that. Where you hear that from? Man, don't believe the hype. Don't. Well, without further ado, man, y'all not here for me tonight. Y'all acting like y'all here for me. Y'all not here for me. You frozen, Ma. There you go. You moving slowly. Okay. All right, good. You moving now. What's up?
Hi.
Thanks for coming in tonight. We totally appreciate you coming in tonight.
Of course, I'm happy to be here. Ooh, this looks good. I like it.
Oh, it's getting better and better. Brick by brick.
Noticed.
Brick by brick. Brick by brick. How's Houston?
You know, Houston is good, except for the little hiccup we had a couple of weeks ago where they really tried to deprive us of the necessities when it came to water and power. That wasn't cute. That wasn't fun. There was a point where I didn't shower for 3 days. I was like, what am I going to do? What are we doing here? Having to navigate in the evening by candlelight, it's just not cute. I was cold. I'm a single woman. I don't keep mad food in the cupboards. Like, it was just, I had frozen fruit bowls that I was eating off. Like, it was a mess.
Really?
Yes. But other than that, it's been amazing.
I'm real curious. What's a day like? Like a step by step. Give us like a day.
A day with what? With no power?
Yeah, with all that stuff going on. Yeah, because it was like 8 degrees outside.
Okay, so I'm in Houston. Dallas got to be like the 8 degrees. I think the lowest it got for me in Houston was 16 degrees. Yeah. So at first it was cute. They sent us an email like, oh, you know what I mean? You're going to experience rolling blackouts from 15 minutes to an hour. So I'm like, fine. So day one, it was tough. It was hour after hour. Like, what are we doing? And it's kind of boring. I had 3 charged battery packs for my phone, but I was keeping my phone off because I was very unsure what was going to happen. And I didn't want to be like completely assed out, no phone. So it was boring. Like day one, I was on my phone a little bit. I was reading, did a little journaling, walked around the house. Like, I don't know. And then day one, the power came on at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm a night owl. So I got up, I heated up some food. I turned the heat on. I stuffed my face. I watched Netflix. I was just deprived of like electronics.
Yeah.
And then it went off at 6 a.m. So it was only 5 hours of just like normalcy that it went off. So I was like, fine. So I went to bed, woke up the next day. Now by the next day with no power, by 7 o'clock, I was starting to go a little cuckoo. I had already taken a walk. I tried to work out. I was on my phone, but it was mentally challenging, I think. I don't know what it is. Is it because, you know, your basic needs are being attacked? I mean, I can do without TV. It wasn't that, but it was just, I don't know. I did not feel good. I actually got to the point where I was in tears, like, God, could you just please? Like, and so by 10 o'clock that night, the lights came on because I was like, I'm not going to make it till 1 a.m. I'm going to hurt somebody. When that water came on the next day, I was on the phone with my girl. Oh, I started screaming. I had the water running. I took a shower. I was like losing my mind. You never know how important this stuff is until like you don't have it and it's not an option. Not cute.
No, I was watching people's stories and I couldn't believe, like, honestly, I'm like, man, that happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no power, no water, the whole city shut down. I just couldn't fathom that here, you know, especially as they call it America, you know.
It was so trash. And I'm lucky because a lot of people that owned homes and stuff didn't know to shut off their main water lines. So some people really went through it as far as busted pipes and destruction. So I kind of got off lucky, which is crazy.
Wow.
And then not only that, I don't have kids and no elderly here. People with kids, like,
I can't imagine.
What?
Was it beyond freezing in your place?
The second day it got cold. It was uncomfortable. Like I had already put on my little onesie. I'm under the covers and I'm like, this is uncomfortable. Like I'm grouchy right now. Like y'all need to fix this. This isn't, it was uncomfortable. So I went and bought a little mini generator. It's like this big, but at least next time your girl can heat up some food.
Right. King Speak. Podcast is jamming.
It is.
And all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm having fun with King Speak. It's very interesting because it's still a very intuitive process. Like I do things little by little, but I like what I'm learning. I like that other people are learning and growing. I love speaking to you guys because I just think, you know, we have to have open conversation. And I think we're doing that now. Before, you know, it didn't seem to be as open or as connected, or maybe just like you would have those kind of conversations with your homies, like you got homegirls, your boys, whatever, and you might get into something, but to put it online and go one-on-one, it's been really great. We moved to Spotify. So now everything that's online is on Spotify now too. So I'm super excited. And yeah, it's been good. Got the next one coming up Tuesday with BJ Williams. It'll be good. So yeah, people can tune in and just keep learning and growing, really. And
it's every Tuesday, correct?
So I switch it to every other Tuesday because there's just a point where I got busy with hosting other stuff, and it's just, it can be challenging to produce 2 shows a week. I'm so proud of you because I'm like, I need a little week gap in there. Like let me milk some of the content that I have because I'm falling behind.
I bet. And you have another show you're doing as well with women, with 2 other women, correct?
Yeah, so Queen's Gleam is like the follow-up to King's Speak. So I figured, why not see what the women have to say? Not only can we learn from what the men had to say, but for us to talk about it. And I love my panel, Queen Cookie, Keandra Dawes. Last week, since we didn't do a King's Speak, we just talked about where we came from. And it's like just very evolved women who care about self-mastery and growth and getting along with the opposite sex, and just more than anything, being the best people that they can be. So, you know, as humans, we go through so much, but it shapes our perspectives. And I think that that's helpful in the way we respond to everything that we hear and then the perspectives that we come from. So yeah, King Speak. And then we talk about the episode Queen's Gleam on Queen's Gleam.
You just mentioned self-mastery. How has self-mastery changed, or has it changed from living in Los Angeles to Houston? Has that changed or no?
I don't think it's really changed on a personal level, because even being in LA and in the mix, I was still all about some nature, meditation, books, reading, fasting, prayer. So here though, I haven't really found my flow yet, which is kind of weird. I don't know who I am here yet. Like I'm still me, but I haven't like bought a car, gotten out, done this and that. Whereas LA is stomping grounds. So it's like, you know, easy. Yes. When I want to call my girls, we do this, we do that. COVID really kind of messed me up because I'm social. Like I have my Monday brunch party going, all this. So my life has changed a lot, and I'm kind of feeling my way through the dark right now. So I haven't really rooted in what I got going on, but I did just end a 40-day fast. So I did a 40-day fast.
And what did that include? What?
No food before 6 p.m. So listen, that's why I was ready for this fast. I wasn't conditioned to just eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm hungry. I wasn't eating before 6 for 40 days. So by the time the blackout hit, it was like, I can eat the fruit bowl at 6. You know what I'm saying? I can be good. I'll drink the water. I'll be all right. Got a little crackers in there. So how's my flawless heavenly beauty doing tonight? Great big dog Willie. Y'all got them names, boy. I love it.
You did a 40-day fast?
Yeah, no food before 6 p.m. No sex, masturbation. Okay.
Sure.
No weed or drink. Just, you know, prayer and worship in the morning, prayer, Thanksgiving after that. There was a certain amount of days you consecrate, blah, blah. It's a total spiritual fast. And it's with Black City Girls. So Black City Girls on Instagram. They're dope. They actually have great emails, great content. And it's very rare that I find people who speak about spirituality, especially when it comes to Christianity, that I connect with. But whoever's on their writing team, love them. And it's all about like really divine connection when it comes to marriage. But for me, instead of focusing so much on a man, it was more like my relationship with God and making sure my heart is, soft and malleable to that leading, so I can, get my new strategy, my new steps, and my new function going.
And what could you eat after 6?
Oh, really anything. They put really no processed foods, no sugar, but I did have some cupcakes sometimes because I love cupcakes and I love fresh baked chocolate chip cookies. So I had that occasionally. But you could eat whatever. It wasn't like no meat, sweets, They just suggested no processed foods and no sugar and no carbonated drinks. And I don't drink, that stuff anyway. So.
And you worked out every day throughout that because your stories, you go into the gym every day.
I'm going to the gym. I did. So I did lighten my workouts just a little bit because I be hungry after my workouts.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't.
You can't drink water. Can you drink water?
Drink water. Yeah.
Okay.
But I be needing like a protein shake and then some eggs, something. So I didn't want to be too hard on myself because that's just, for no reason. But I did. I hit the gym, at least 4 or 5 times a week. I got to keep my body moving.
Uh-huh. And how did it impact you physically? Like you see a lot of changes. Did you lose weight? Did you waist size change?
Yeah. So my weight, it's been real different, but I would say, well, okay, I'm gonna just give you the long answer. From the end of 2019 to now, I'm like, it's different. Because the end of 2019, we weren't on quarantine, but I was kind of like in effort mode where I was like eating whatever as often as possible. Usually I regulate. I'm like, all right, girl, you already had some whatever for the week, relax. Just because you don't want too much sugar in your body anyway. But at that point, I was traveling, kicking it. It was my grandma's birthday. We did this and that. I was just eating whatever. So I put on weight. Then the quarantine hit and I was like, well, whatever. And so
Right.
I gained probably 15 pounds. And I wasn't mad at it. Yeah, I gained 15 pounds.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, no, I got up to like, I'm usually about 140. Oh, 145. Yeah, there was a point where I was like a good 165. I was just heavier.
Did you like it?
I did. It was actually not bad. So what I'm not used to having is weight around my midsection. So that sometimes I'm like, what is that? Because it's usually super tight. But it was fine. Whatever. I kind of liked it, And then with this fast and working out, it's like I can tell I'm losing weight in places, but I'm not completely losing weight. Like, I don't know. I can't figure out my body right now. It's different. For the past year, it's just been very different, where usually I'm used to the same thing. But I'm happy. I feel good. I feel like I look good. No complaints over here. But I'm fluctuating in a way that I can't keep up with. I don't know what's happening. Who am I?
By the way, can you see the comment section? Because they pretty much talking to you.
No, how do I get that on here? Comments. Oh, that's right. You know what? I got my other phone. I remember how we do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. I knew.
Get this party started early because I know.
Let me see. Let me get on this. See what y'all are saying. I miss y'all.
Oh, thank you. Dude, they asked about you randomly. How crazy is that?
That is funny.
Hey, when is the beautiful Jaimi coming back?
I'm here. I shall not forsake you. Y'all be in my inbox. I love it.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah. They comment on my stuff, and I'll see the little barbershop emoji, so I know where they coming from. I got DMs. I love it. I love it.
No, that's totally what's up. I'm gonna open up the phone lines early too, so they don't say.
Okay, let's do it. I see y'all. Mike said, "Damn, she called." Okay, Mike.
So what have you learned about us that you didn't know prior doing King Speak? About men in general.
That it's like you kind of know, but until you have the conversation, I think it's really important to realize, and something that I realize the most is that we are raised differently, number one. So you don't really think about that. Like, my boys get frustrated when women are like, when are we gonna get married? When are we gonna do this? Da, 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 da? And women get frustrated because dudes are like, hold on, it doesn't matter. I'm dating down. I'm blah, 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 blah. But it's like, y'all are raised to be cool with that. And we're raised like, get a man, get a baby, don't get too old. You're not gonna be cute. Make sure to do this. Cross your legs, don't curse. Da, da, da. We're raised pressed. Where y'all are raised like, sow your wild oats. You got time. Da, 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 you know. And so we're really missing the boat conversation with each other because it's like the way we're, you know, raised is different. So that was the first thing. And then another thing is, I didn't really sit down to realize the depths, especially when it comes to Black men, of the trauma that y'all experience, and that it affects you. Like, men are actually affected by the way that their parents raised them, the way their heart broke the first time, the way that society treats them. You know, I talked to one of my Black male athletes, and it's like, sure, he's 6'4", chiseled, was NFL, nice smile, he's fine and all this stuff. But we don't think about how being fetishized and objectified by being a Black man in a certain way affects you, or, you know, the way your friend, you know, I have someone I interviewed, like their mom didn't tell them that they loved them until they were like 25, or just their father not being around. So I don't think women, when we're interacting with men, that we realize that y'all are coming with traumas and hurts and pains and things that you need to heal, because men aren't raised to show emotion. So we don't really be knowing. Like, I really had a hard time believing men even have emotions. So when we pop off, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I put that on I'd be like, oh, like, you care? You sure don't act like it. I didn't know. I really didn't know. Absolutely. I had no idea men were emotional, had emotions. Like, y'all fake the funk real hard. It's kind of challenging to navigate that. So I learned.
So you thought we're just taskmasters?
Like, that you're kind of cold, that you can, oh, well, it didn't work out, move on, or oh, I don't care. But y'all are kind of raised like that. Like, you're not really raised to like emote, or just be like, that really hurt me, and this is what I want to do. It's just kind of like, so I just be like, all right, that's what it is then.
And how do you take that conversation to Queen's Gleam?
So it's an opportunity for us women to realize that, and to talk about it, and to look back in ways and times where we weren't able to acknowledge that. And not only that, but we have our own things, like, especially being Black women, this stuff that we deal with. And then, I'm sorry, having to deal with y'all men too. It's like, we have to get in a space where, because it's like, we're low-key fighting the world. We have to fight in the workplace. Then we got to fight our men too. Like, the men, we don't always have a good cohesive relationship. So it's like, our vulnerabilities are shut down. So we can think of times where we haven't been in alignment with the reality of who we are, because we're running around here protecting ourselves. And when women are protecting themselves, that's why, you know, it's easy for you, oh, she angry, or oh, she's it. You're talking all that shit, but where do you think it came from? Like, that is not a natural woman. This is us protecting ourselves from you. So in order to, you know, we just find ways to recognize that alongside with our own experiences, and just kind of break it down where we could be like, okay, we ain't need to pop off like that. Or, you know, hey, I can recognize where I'm not being vulnerable myself because I'm afraid, or I'm closed off, or, you know, just a bunch of things. So we'll be like, wow, okay, I didn't know that's a good point. Or, you know, I never saw that perspective, and here's how we've reacted, or value that we found from the conversation. It's kind of deep. It's really kind of deep. I'm not shocked that marriage and relationships are in the state that they are, especially again in the Black community, because it's like, we just started talking about therapy. Like,
yeah, it's like a conversation now. It's within the framework of a normal conversation now. You're right.
Whereas before it was like, don't tell nobody your business. What happens in this house stays in here. Right. You don't need a therapy. You need Jesus. Like, I love Jesus, but come on now. What are we doing, Grandma?
Yeah. And last we left off, I think we were talking about like politics and the presidential stuff and all that.
Was that where we were back then? Back in the day?
Yeah. Doesn't it seem like a lot? Man,
It
was
does seem like a long time.
It was just so exhausting, man, leading up to that campaign and COVID and Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. And whew.
I had to check out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think that I want to be a person who is like, I don't want to talk about self-mastery and energy and being a certain person and not practice that. And I think that from an energetic standpoint, we have to be careful and mindful about the things we let in our ear gates and our eye gates and how we react. One thing I noticed about the presidency, and this is, I don't do politics, so don't be trying to, I'm just like, whatever. But this is what I'm seeing. It's like Trump, right? Cool. You don't have to like him. You don't have to, it's all whatever. But it's like, everybody's so angry.
Wow.
And now you're calling, he's, Cheeto this and his hair and he's doing all this stuff. You're perpetuating the same energy that you claim to hate about him. So how are we really helping the situation? I'm not saying don't fight for what's right. I'm not saying don't be observant to, but what are we really doing? Right. Going off online and running your mouth and name call, you're being who you say you hate.
Right.
So I can't really respect any of it. I can't engage because it's law. When there's the state, like America, like what we go through comes from collective energy. So if you really want to fight, you really want to let these people determine the state, your energetic state of everything around you, like that's in your hands and you're giving it away. And you're telling me you're fighting for something. I don't buy it. Like, that's just not how I function. That's not how I think. So when things get too hairy, I kind of pull away and lean on my own modalities that I feel are a little more powerful than just like, I can't. What are we, if it's not going to be constructive and healthy and really coming from a powerful place, the rest is just noise. And I think we need to realize the difference. Like I see now on Twitter, because they opened Texas. Texas has been open. I've been going out to eat. Don't demonize me for eating in the inside of a restaurant. We need to stop that. I'm a grown woman. Okay. I don't get sick. I'll cover my face when I want. I know how to test. I know how to relax.
People DMing you? People DMing you, telling you?
They don't demonize me personally, but when I look, so now that Texas is open and they have the no mask policy, like it's not forced anymore, people are just going in like, when I'm just thinking like, oh my God, the threads that I read, they're not going in on me personally, but the threads that I read of people just being so upset and you're killing us and it's so dramatic. And I'm like, wow, you let them brainwash you to the point where you're angry when really all you have to do is, if you don't agree, stay your ass in the house. Right. And when you go out, wear your mask.
Right.
What you so mad for? You got these people riling you up for what? You don't want to think about why? If anything, as mad as you are, that is much more of an immune system killer than breathing outside without a mask. So I'm just looking at everything like, I can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm seeing with my eyes.
But you've been having a good time in Texas, though. I mean, I got friends in Texas. I'm like, damn, y'all got the best life, because LA is like.
I had to go. I had to leave. That wasn't healthy for me. I was feeling some kind of way. Like, and you have to think about that. And don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying COVID is fake. I'm not saying, but what I am saying is like, just look at everything as what's going on. Not with what you're being told, but sit back and quiet your mind enough so you can see the inner part of you. And it's just, no hugging, no touching, stay away, work from home, don't eat, don't commune, F small business. Like, now you're telling me the flu is down 98%. Okay. Like, y'all playing out here. And I don't mind being in a place where it's like, all right, y'all grown, do your thing. Because I am grown. I know how to keep myself sick. I can't remember the last time I've been sick. Now all of a
Really?
sudden you want me to fear for my life? I don't get sick. No colds, no runny nose, no sniffly sneezing, no flu, no dizziness, no, I don't coughing. I cannot remember the last time I've personally been sick
Wow.
at all. So
Wow.
why all of a sudden am I going to start panicking? Like, let me sit back and get the facts. Let me do my best to be, I'm not ignorant, but at the same time, like, you don't try to scare me out my pants. Like, no. Diet, exercise, sunlight. We're not hearing about any of that. But you mean to tell me a Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the baby powder killers, is about to be able to save my whole life? Like, let people, I don't know.
So what's your take on the vaccine?
Okay, yeah, I've seen people in here. Robert Brown, the mask will not protect you from COVID-19. Big Dog Willie, Texas is stupid for that. I'm a healthcare worker, so I see firsthand with COVID-19. I understand, but people are, the control is, people in Houston acting like we finna die or something. You can still wear your mask and social distance. Exactly. And so I respect the healthcare workers, so I don't want to, crap on that, because I'm sure you've seen some things and, that's one thing. But at the end of the day, I do really feel like it's individual choice. So I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't offend
Wow.
you.
So with individual choice, you have the right to live life how you want to live, right?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, with Texas being open, if you feel uncomfortable, wear your mask, wash your hands, or stay home. You have that option. But to force people to stay in the house, to force people to close their businesses, to force people is where to me it becomes a different thing. So again, I'm not saying COVID is fake. Don't protect yourself, do whatever. But I'm not trying to act like COVID isn't real and this is all a conspiracy. It's not that. It's just, what's the fine line for real? Because, I read somewhere, and maybe Big Willie, I know you're in the chat and you're in healthcare and all this. I read somewhere from the John Hopkins report. I didn't see the actual report. Okay. I saw somebody talking about it, but more people supposedly did not die in 2020 versus 2019, when really it's sounding like there was this mass annihilation of millions of people because of COVID. But why aren't the numbers showing, I don't know. There's just a lot going on where I'm like, I want to make my own decision. So I still wear my mask when I go out. I don't be up in the mix with a million people. I'm clean. I still would be wiping everything down, washing my hands. Like, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm moving accordingly. I'm not going to go French kiss strangers while I'm sweating on everybody in the club. Like, I'm probably past that. But am I going to go have dinner and sit down in a restaurant on the inside? I am. I'm going to eat. Like, it'll be fine. Sorry. You know what I mean?
And so Texas is very much like normal.
Yeah. And, I just got here, so I don't go out much. I can probably count on two hands. Like, I went roller skating a few weeks ago. That was really fun. It wasn't super packed, you didn't have to wear your mask on the skating part, but when you got to the outside, you did. So there has been rules and regulations. Sure. Same thing with restaurants. You still need to wear your mask till you're seated, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's kind of regular out here. It didn't like, I lived in LA. LA started to look like a ghost town, and it started to just be eerie. And I've lived in LA since 2000. So I know my city, like, and it just is feeling some kind of way. I had to go.
And that was one of the bigger reasons why you left, because of the energy around the city. Wow.
The energy wasn't good. I could feel it. And two, I lived in Koreatown, so that right there was, I'm down the street from downtown. It just wasn't my spot. But, being that I threw a monthly brunch party every month for 5-6 years, a lot of my friends were affected, just to watch them even suffering with their small businesses and just the energy. It wasn't good. I'm sensitive to that stuff. I couldn't do it. No, I'm not. I'm not mad at anybody else, but I had to go. And I did. I made a decision in 3 months and I bounced. Wow. That simple.
So from 3 months to 3 months, it took you 3 months to move, to figure out everything you needed to do to get out of LA.
Yeah, so I always travel on my birthday, and travel was light, but I still bounced in June, and I came here to visit a friend, and then I went to Dallas, and I came back so I could have my little birthday fun. And when I came here, I was like, this is out the way. It's peaceful. It makes sense to my pockets. Like I'm paying a little bit more rent, maybe like $100 more, but it's like resort style living. I have much more space outside. There's space, there's fields, it's open, everything's low. It's not crammed and tight and anxious, and it's not giving me what LA was giving me. It's space. Like I went with a realtor to look at some houses the other day, and I looked at this house. It was about $760,000. Gorgeous neighborhood, beautiful lakes, fountains, bomb top rated schools. I mean, these houses would be no less than $3 million in LA. I'm looking at 4,700 square feet. The media room and the office don't even count as bedrooms. What do we do? What? I'm thinking it's a no-brainer. Even if you just buy something here to sit at this point, quality of life certainly beats out trying to be in LA. Like I'm over it.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I would definitely agree that like the dollar definitely goes longer. Actually, Dallas is my favorite city to go to. You understand? Like I love it there. I only been to Houston three times in my life, but once in my 40s, and had a good time. It was like two Junes ago. Had a good time down there.
Yeah, and I'm outside of the city. So again, if I want to go into Houston, I can. So I'm not going to claim to live like H-Town where it's like I'm a little still out the mix, which is perfect. I'm 5 minutes from every store or restaurant you can even think of. It's peaceful. It's quiet. They keep my building clean. Like I have no complaints right now.
How's house hunting?
It's fun. It's so much fun. So I definitely wanted to look. So I don't need that many bedrooms, but I still wanted to look anyway. Cause you got to manifest, you got to have your vision together. I was like, ooh, when I'm ready to head towards that family situation, this is perfect. Like, right. But I'm going to get myself some, cause I can get myself a 3-bedroom for $250, hardwood floors, vaulted ceilings, fireplace, front yard, backyard for $250. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that this year. It's a no-brainer.
That's exciting.
It is.
That's super exciting. You about to buy a house in Texas. Did you ever think you would leave LA?
There was a point in my life where it was like impossible to see myself leaving California. I was in love, but then we had to break up. I was telling people, I was like, LA is starting to feel like, that relationship, like y'all just together because you split in the rent, and you're like, we've been together so long, I'm saving money, like he sucks, but that's my dude. Like, nah, we gotta break up. I'm breaking up. I'm not happy here anymore.
DB, did you want to DB he just DM'd me. Did you want to call in, or did you want? Tell me what you wanted, because the phone lines are open, so feel free to call in. I guess they shy tonight. They ain't messing with you tonight, Jaimi.
Probably because I'm talking about. I said Ernest said COVID isn't real until it affects you and yours. I didn't say it wasn't real, and I'm very sorry to the families that were affected. Just like I'm sorry for families that people go through all kinds of stuff. So I feel bad for everybody, and I'm not trying to say that COVID is not real. But fear and hatred and all these other things are real as well. And we don't talk about that, but it's affecting you as well. So, we got to talk about that too. Robert Brown, I'm in LA now. NYC, you can do more activities. I lived in New York. I lived in New York, and it was a lot of fun. I wouldn't move back, but I used to visit every summer, and so I do miss New York. I just wouldn't live there again. And then you think about the way we are now. I used to live in New York. We really did get on subways and be like, excuse, like, I would tell my mom, oh my God, I hate it here, because I feel like when I get on the subway in the morning, I can smell people's scalp. When you could just smell somebody's hair because you're so close. And now you think like nobody wants it. It's like, we used to live different. I was insane. They control. Hidalgo said they controlling what's being put out. They censoring us now. Big Dog Willie said, "What report is that?" At one point, I was referring to what is it, John Hopkins report.
Have you seen Coming to America yet?
No, it doesn't. It come out tomorrow.
It's out now. It's out now. It's
Okay,
out
well,
now.
I'm gonna watch it when we get off then.
Oh my gosh!
I thought it's tomorrow.
I was shocked that it was on tonight because I was scrolling through and I said, "Oh, it's now." So
did you watch it?
I watched about 45 minutes of it.
Okay, well, don't spoil it for us. But are we gonna be happy?
I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
No. Okay, we'll just because see, but I don't know. Well, one thing I can tell you, look, I saw you had Clifton Powell on, so this is my pinky shirt.
Oh,
you see? My boy Tastemaker, LA, he makes these shirts, and I was like, let me get that pinky shirt.
Clifton was cool, man. Clifton was super cool. You actually commented on that too. Yeah, it's pinky, nigga. That dude is super cool.
Classics.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Have you seen that?
I didn't. You know what? It's on the list.
You haven't seen that?
No,
yet?
I meant to watch it like a week and a half ago, but I haven't really been vegging out like I would like to. So I need to catch up. You know what? I didn't even see One Night in Miami yet.
You haven't seen that yet? I actually like that more than I liked Judas and the Black Messiah. Right. I'm slightly biased as well. But I realized this week why I couldn't connect with Judas and the Black Messiah.
What was that?
Because it was from the agent's perspective.
Oh, okay.
So and I just figured it out because I saw the movie 3 times and I rewatched it because I couldn't connect to it. And usually I connect with those kind of movies. And I tried. I'm like, why am I not connect? I was baffled at myself for not connecting to it. And I think that's what it was. I would have liked to see it more from Fred Hampton's eyes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kind of like his daily regimen and stuff like that. I think I would have connected it more, but they knew what they were doing. So, what? Oh, what's up, Jarvis?
Hey, Jarvis. Salute, chat. Late to the barbershop, but there goes Sunshine. That was actually my nickname when I was a child.
Really?
Sunshine, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen American Skin?
Oh yes, that was so good.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was prompted to see it by the interview that you did with Nate.
Really?
I was, because I had briefly heard about it, but then I saw, I think, a clip that you posted because I follow and I'm subscribed, so I have to tune into the clips. I was like, let me tune into. It was so good. It needed to be done. Like, that was powerful. That was very well done. I really believe and hope that people, like when you talk about Judas and the Messiah, like it being from the agent's perspective, American Skin gave you a chance to see this thing from all perspectives, even if you didn't like it. Even if you want to hear the cops say what they said, even if you didn't want to hear the people of other races, and then the Latino woman who spoke up, and then this and that, everybody has a perspective. And to share all that, but share the story anyway, like it just was very eye-opening. And it shows us like how we separate each other, but how we really need to come together, how we could do a better job of taking in account all people's perspectives. Like same thing, even with King Speak, like we were talking about, like understanding and communication is key. If you don't, then how do you know where somebody's coming from, and like the way they were to uncover how they were profiled? And it was a lot. That was really good. That was good.
And it tied into the first conversation when you came on and you was talking about like how we just need to have our secret societies and stuff like that. Were you disappointed in the ending?
The ending was real. That's why I wasn't disappointed. Like, y'all need to see, you done seen this man in the truth of who he was and what he had to say and where he really came from. But see how y'all do anyway? See how it gets done anyway? So did it hurt my heart? Absolutely. But was it real? Yeah. When are we going to start thinking a little bit more? Like, he was doomed from the moment he picked up the phone and identified himself, regardless of the purpose. Nobody was willing to see his perspective. They're not thinking about his child, the future, the love as a human parent, and all of these things. It just comes down to like, well, what you not gonna do it? Like, it's just cold. It's a cold world. So it was unfortunate, but it was real. I feel like that's exactly what would have happened in real life.
And he said that too. He says everything in that film was intentional. And I like when he said, when the two Latino men were conversing, he said that wasn't our conversation. It wasn't meant for us. It was their business.
Right.
And I thought that was powerful as well.
Right.
But I love the fact when he got out the car and he came back from the house with the captain.
Oh, that was good.
That was powerful,
like,
wasn't it?
I was like, oh, like it's going down right now. Oh, well, that's why you're here. You better do something right now.
That joke caught me at us. I was like, whoa, let's go.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Oh, I was like, damn.
But when people feel helpless and desperate, they do things. And it's like, why are we so quick to forget that people are human? We are so used to dehumanizing each other. It breaks my heart. And I'm talking about when it comes to men and women, when it comes to police, we dehumanize each other. We're not thinking with our hearts. It's very cold.
Right. Yeah,
he had no choice. What else was he going to do? He wasn't being heard.
Wow.
I don't ever want to be in a situation like that because I don't have no sense. Like, what? Your kids, my father, my sister, I don't care. Like,
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like going through his mental perspective. He couldn't pull the trigger. I'm sitting like, how can you?
You feel like you would have been able to?
In a heart, I think easily I would have been able.
He was gonna die anyway.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you're gonna die. It's over. Your life is over. You might be a hero in prison for a month. You know, they may celebrate you, but jail life is jail life. You know, your life is over. You know. So, DB, what's up?
What's going on, Fredro?
Hey,
Miss Jaimi, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm unbelievable.
Oh, I love
Cannot be better. Actually, I can. This Wi-Fi where I'm at is fucked up. So, yeah,
damn that Wi-Fi.
50% of what y'all saying. You hear me, Fred? The Wi-Fi over here is fucked up.
Barely.
Yeah. What's going on, Jaimi? Long time no see, no hear. Yes, indeed. So, oh man, I'm feeling good. I was just thinking about sitting back with you. I had a little fantasy in my head. I'm like, man, I want to see Jaimi go and sip some wine with her and go feed some giraffes, and then, you know, come back to the house and watch some Hulu, watch little fires everywhere, chill out and have a good time. You ready?
That was actually really good. I do like wine and I love giraffes. So, I mean, that's pretty detailed and well thought out. I appreciate that.
Okay, good. So what is a soulmate, Jaimi?
What's that?
What is a soulmate?
What is a soulmate? I haven't thought about soulmates in a long time, but I would say that it's when two people meet and they can recognize the power and energy and the familiarity between the both of them. That's kind of unexplainable. And I think that is groundworks for soulmate. I think I don't want to just say it's chemistry, because I think it's more than that. I just think when you're on a soul level and you know somebody belongs in your life super quickly and you feel that energy on a soul level, I think that's what a soulmate is. And I do believe you can probably have more than one in a lifetime.
Wow, I was going to ask you that. So you feel like somebody could be with a soulmate, be separated, and find another one?
Yeah. Because we evolve. So if you are not evolving at the same rate with someone else, I could see how maybe it doesn't work. And that there might be someone else as your soul evolves that matches you better at a different time, possibly.
Have you found a soulmate?
I've had I've had a soulmate connection before, but they won't be my forever. They are not my forever.
Is he still around?
Nope.
Not even a friend?
No. So I was with somebody, I was engaged for a while. I believed that that was a soulmate at the time. It didn't work out. As a matter of fact, we did talk recently after not speaking for 8 years. He had some things that he wanted to share, but that was then. This is now. I don't know what to say about that. So no, we're not friends like that. We don't talk. We don't keep up. He doesn't really know me in my life right now or anything like that.
Okay. What did he try to share with you? Another woman?
No, really, to be honest, his regret for the past and, how he didn't take care of what he had when he had it. But then, again, Fred talked about King Speak, my series, and it just really comes down to me. I'm seeing and learning that a lot of people are not equipped to act right or choose soulmates, or, we let men, especially young Black men, it's like more about, did you hit? Who's your girl? Is she fine? All of this stuff. And, nobody's really being taught, okay, but when you find a real one, when you find one that speaks to your soul, when you find one that can assist you with purpose, if you know your purpose, blah, 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 like you have to be conditioned to have sexual discipline and learn what monogamy means to you, if that's what you want. There's just all these things that need to be learned. And if they're not, you miss the boat. So he definitely shared his regret in, him and I not being, him not being the type of man he needs to be to keep me in his life. Because now all this time has gone by and, I guess, the one that got away, I guess you can say, but I didn't, circumstances did not, it didn't work.
Okay. And once the soulmate is gone, do you practice abstinence in between that old soulmate and connecting with me?
Oh. Okay, so before I answer that question, do you believe in just one soulmate? Because it sounds like you do. Like that you think there's just one person for you, maybe?
I believe there's people for different parts of me.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's somebody for my fingers, somebody to massage my feet. There's somebody to rub my back. There's somebody to feed the emotional side. There's somebody to feed my, the beast in me. So yeah, there's somebody for different parts of me for sure.
You know what's funny? I just watched a video that Kirk Franklin did with, I feel like John Gray or somebody. And he was talking about that. He's like, men get conditioned to do what you just said. Like they got one woman who could feed them, one woman who's the freak, one woman who, blah, blah, blah. And now it's like you got these 5 soul ties. Then you meet somebody. And when you meet somebody that you want to be with and commit to, that woman can feel the weight of all those other 5 people because you're conditioned to like be all over the place with it. So that's very hard for a committed woman to handle, but I understand it. But in between the abstinence, for the most part, I try, I'm not a virgin, I'm not going front, but I'm not out there like that either. Like I'm very mindful of the husband I don't have yet. My husband's going to be just fine. He's not going to be out with me and have to feel like, did he hit? Oh, is her homeboy did it? I don't got all that going on. I'm mindful because of where I want to be, so I function accordingly.
Who asked those questions? I heard you said it like 2 or 3 times already. Did you hit? Did he hit? I don't know none of my boys, at least once I got out of my teens, that talk like that. So are the guys on King Speak talking like that?
Well, when they talk about their earlier years, yeah, but I mention that because if you're brought up that way and you don't fix that foundation, whether you're saying it or not, you're still doing it. So it's more, it's the mindset that I'm speaking to rather than y'all sitting around like, little boys like, oh, did you get some last night? But, I can still tell even as a woman that, it be on y'all minds heavy, low key. high key.
But you guys are just as sexual as we are. And just
I'm
as
definitely,
as we are.
yeah, I'm not gonna act
Yeah.
like we're not sexual. So
What's
still,
the
I think it's a little bit different though, honestly. Maybe not for all women, just like all men aren't like that, but I still think it's a little bit different. What you back there laughing at?
Oh no, hey, Deacon want to beam in real quick.
Hey.
Go ahead. What's up, Deacon?
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing, Miss Jaimi?
Hey, what's going on, my friend?
Just chilling, just chilling. Just
It's
wanted
nice to hear
to,
your voice because we be
yeah,
interacting, but you know.
yeah. I just wanted to chime in and speak to you. You know what I'm saying?
DB got
Yeah,
me in the hot seat. He's like, well, just like,
I'm
oh my
checking it
God.
out. Yeah, and what I like about you, you're very intelligent, and no matter what people come with, you are able to dissect it, not in a mean way, but to make people understand. You know what I'm saying? Just like you just did there with DB when he said he I got a voice problem because I just had surgery stuff. Just excuse me
Oh,
about that. I got yeah.
that's
But
okay.
how you was able to break that down for him when he said he got women that can satisfy at least 5 different parts of him, and you was able to dissect that clearly, understandably, and I love the way you do that. That's why I like interacting with you. I'm always, you know what I'm saying, I'm following you every day when you dropping content. That's my support for you. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody on this platform should do that, and I try to post your stuff so people can like it and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
Yes,
it. I appreciate the love. And you never know. It's like, you know, people think I'm out there, sometimes got it all together, but I love every comment, every interaction. It's confirmation and affirming for me, but just the fact that you can repeat back. I hope to speak in understanding and to be understanding. I think that's important. I don't want to demonize or judge people for who they are, their experiences, or how they want to move. You know, I think everybody, you know, should have the space and the freedom to do that. So I'm glad that you're able to connect to the part of me that is just more understanding and like just, you know, here for the discussion. So and you always
absolutely,
comment and you know we you know and have comments and stuff for my stuff, so I know you're listening and I love it so much. I really appreciate
absolutely.
the support.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you. You have a blessed night. Continue shining your light. Just continue shining your light on us all.
Thank you so much. It was good to hear your voice, and rest up, you know,
Yeah, you
feel
too.
better.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thanks. All right, bye bye.
Bye.
What's your thoughts on Kevin Samuels?
um Gosh, this man, oh God. You know, he's interesting, right? Because sometimes when he says stuff, I feel like he's saying the stuff that people be thinking, but don't have the guts to really just be like, well, girl, or like, dude, what did you think? You not, you know, so he has that way. Sometimes it's a little too negative to be received. So he's so I'm on the fence about him. I don't hate him, but I don't love him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be calling him in, asking him anything. I don't really think there's anything he's gonna be able to help me with. But the only thing with him is he comes from a space where it's like, I don't know. I really go round and round thinking about this guy because I can't really tell who he is. Like, but then again, he's not the one asking for advice. So there's no need to pick him apart. He's not asking nobody about nothing. But I get why he says some of the stuff he said, but it's just a little harsh and superficial. And I don't think that the way he goes about it is going to bring about healthy change in anybody. But yeah, his message is a little hard to receive, but sometimes I do think it's some of the stuff that we think but don't say because we're trying to be nice or politically correct or whatever.
Right.
But unfortunately, the world is a little, you know, what it is. Like, I don't agree with it all, but I don't know. It's working for him. Everybody's talking about him. He's got his numbers. He's got whatever. But I did read some stuff like he's twice divorced. He's this, he's that. So it doesn't really sound like he has it all the way together. So some of his mentality is a little toxic for me. And I think we need to be careful still about how we receive that information. Like one of the women he talked about was like, she has her business or whatever, she makes 6 figures and she wants to meet a guy who does that. And I mean, he could have suggested places for her to go, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like every man that makes 6 figures wants some bomb dime piece who did it. Like there's low key nerds and other people or whatever. There's all kinds of people making money. So I just think to frame certain things like there's only one type of man who wants this, and why would the top guy want you? Are you skinny? Are you this? Are you that? You know, it's just kind of like, I don't always see that, you know, and I don't always feel like it's like that, but you know, whatever, he's doing his thing. That's my long answer.
DB. DB.
She has good confidence, but the man who loves her is real amateur. What was that? Hi.
Hey, what's going on? And I was saying, Deacon 3, I was saying what's up to Deacon 305 and Dave Jack. I just seen them in there commenting. Shit, where was I at? Where was I? I don't know. Keys to me.
Oh, you know about Keys to Me?
Yeah.
Amazing, because I haven't really had a chance to implement that like I wanted to, but it's amazing because I've recently been speaking at schools and to teen girl groups in high schools. And so I'm going to find a way to lean into that in the right way where I can make space. You know what? Lately, I've been wondering, like, I don't feel scattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything that I'm doing is cohesive. However, sometimes I wonder, do I need to just focus on, am I doing too many things? Like, even though I'm having fun, I think I'm in that space right now, like wondering, because it's like, I'll speak at schools. I have King Speaking, Queen's Glean. I actually have a reality TV show that I wrote and I'm working on getting that in the door somewhere. Do I write reality TV? No. But do I know this is a hit? Yes. So I got to figure it out. And things like that. So Keys to Me is really something that I hope I'm able to implement the way I see it in my brain. But thanks for bringing that up. It's been on the table for a while. It's just, how do I make everything happen, you know?
Yes. It's been almost a year since we had you here. I believe it's been about 9 or 10 months or so. So what's the most significant change about Jaimi over the last few months?
That's a really great question. I would say that I the biggest lesson that I've learned, and I know it's going to be ongoing, is surrender and trust. I think I'm a lot more calm and able to go with the flow more. And I'm still not all the way there. It's something I have to work on, but it's something I see a significant change within myself. Like, I come from, and why I love self-mastery, I am looking for a therapist. I'm not in therapy yet. So I do as much work as possible until I kind of land the right person. I'm in a new place. We'll figure it out. But what I do know from learning about myself is that growing up, especially being the oldest daughter, very different, but ambitious at the same time, a big part of me equated my value and worth to what I did, what I accomplished, what I had, because that had always been me. Blue ribbon runner, got my real estate license, sold houses. I was like 19. You know, I've always been a fast achiever or whatever. But when some of that stuff got tough, because it's always winning season, depending on how you look at it, but it don't always look like winning season. Sometimes you cannot perceive those failures as such. So when life started to feel different, I kind of lost who I was, but I still felt like I had to keep performing to be of like worth and value. I never wanted to stop working, moving, like I got to do something, you know? And I don't believe that or function that way anymore. My day doesn't have to be jam-packed with activity for me to add value to the world. Rest is very important. Being able to hear, flow, and do all that. So being able to shift my mindset from somebody who was like, I gotta go, I gotta get up. Like I moved to New York, like I was lit. Not to say it was wrong. It's just that's, especially in the last year, I've like let go of all that. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to, today I woke up early at like 5:45. I got some stuff done. I did my taxes. I did a few things. And then I took a nap. And that nap was 3 hours. Then I watched a show, read some of a book, showered, and came here. The old me would have been like, you napped for 3 hours in the day. You're so lazy. Like, you know, how are things going to get done? How are your goals going to be met if you're asleep? You know, I don't function like that anymore. So, because it's not that serious. I could have had a dream about something that would have put me ahead of the game 5 years. Like, I don't need to just be overly active to be valuable, important, and productive. So that is something that I feel like I've changed a lot in the past year, and what I've been able to see for myself, like really relaxing that part of myself. And as a woman, I think that's important because it leaves me in that softer and more available flow. It's like, maybe I was not, you know, a little ambitious, like a little bit too much. Like now I can receive information and time and flow and things differently because I'm okay with my pace. Like I don't have to force it or be busy for no reason. So.
Yeah. You know, when you have friends, they tell you a few things and maybe they don't want to get judged, so they won't reveal everything. Obviously, if you're in a relationship with somebody, if they're your best friend, they're still not going to reveal everything to you. I'm talking about male and female. But since you've been doing King Speaks, what's been the most shocking revelation that you've learned about men?
I would say, yeah, just really like that it's really the emotion part. Like I really wouldn't have thought that you guys could feel as deeply as you do, or as are affected by things as you are. Again, because the way you're trained to not speak about things, you know, and then it's also, so yeah, the fact that things affect you guys on a personal level, it's just the way you deal with it is different than women. I'm not going to say women are more resilient because this is not about a comparison, but I think when y'all get hurt, like it's challenging for some men to bounce back, and that challenge causes behaviors and blockages that if you're not willing to take your time and get to know somebody and understand where that's coming from, then you just think, you start to formulate opinions about them that might not necessarily be true. And I think as women, we might do that a lot with men, just because we might not understand where they're coming from or what has happened in their life, or a little bit more about why they function the way they do. So it's given me a little bit more grace and understanding. Not to say I didn't have it before, because I think I'm pretty gracious when it comes to people, so much so that sometimes it becomes to my detriment. But because I've learned a lot, it's given me the chance to get language and tools that hopefully, if you're open to being more open, then I feel like, you know, I can work with you a little bit. So it's not so like, well, he's this because he's that, and he's not gonna do, like we be popping off because we don't know. So I feel like now I know a little more.
Yeah, interesting. Is Jaimi healing from anything right now?
Am I healing from anything?
Right.
Yeah, I think my healing journey is definitely constant. Sometimes I find myself in spaces where how do I say? I think the most thing that I think about healing from is moving past the things that I feel like I didn't get. That's one of the things where it's just like, okay, sometimes we have to accept life for what it is. And so I can tell sometimes I might be bothered by, I spoke of an ex that I had and, him coming back into my life now. And so I've healed from the situation, but sometimes I can't help but think, how did that affect me and my life now? And then for someone to come forward with remorse, it's like, well, then what did it have to be all that for? And so sometimes I find myself healing from the need to question life because I wouldn't have had it go that way in certain verticals. So sometimes I feel like I'm healing from stuff like that. Just, going back to just be like, healing from what you feel you didn't get. So that was one thing I actually kind of thought about earlier. Yeah, that would probably be the main thing, I think, especially in the house of relationships, which is another reason why I did King's Speak, because they say you use your pain for purpose. And it wasn't just me, but me and my friends. And like, I'm tired of hearing about my friends' baby daddies. I'm tired of hearing about, and not because I don't want to listen to them, but I'm like, what is going on? Like, where is the love? Like, what happened to just honesty and love and transparency and family? Like, I feel like when it comes to family, we're doing a very scary job of taking care of each other. And because I've been through so much, instead of, niggas ain't shit and dudes is it, like, and men are, I'm not about to complain about what men are or aren't. I want to create a space of understanding, because I believe that's the only way we're going to heal. So I think I'm healing. I am healing from stuff like that too, because it's just the understanding. So it allows you to go back to moments and pieces and spaces to be like, okay, well, maybe this was just this, because I think men do it too. But as a woman, I can speak of sometimes when things happen in your life, you can't help but look at yourself and think, did I do something wrong? Is something wrong with me? Is this not enough? Is this, like, and this even goes for workspace and things like that when things happen. But for me, that's probably been one of my biggest pains. So I don't want people to continue to go around misinformed and make shitty decisions, when really it's just like, how can we all get better at this thing so it's not such a hot mess?
I think you are elevating just by verbalizing that you are healing.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. I will never claim to be, I don't have it all together.
Yeah, well, you seem to have your head on your shoulders, and you got some hair on top of your head too.
Yes.
So there's a physical, psychological, and emotional trauma that, people, but women in particular is what I'm speaking about. So how do these women, other than the simple answer of prayer, but how do women heal themselves?
I think that it's a self-love thing. Self-love. I think when we examine what that really means to us and really dig deep on what that is, because like I said, many years ago, you could have asked me.
We can't hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Go ahead. Now we can. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So many, some years ago, it might have appeared like, I was walking in self-love, but even I didn't realize that there was a part of that was falsified. I just didn't know. I was young. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when I graduated high school, I knew I didn't want to go to college, didn't care what anybody thought about it. It just wasn't my thing. I couldn't wait to get out of school. So instead I got my real estate license. And so I sold homes in Orange County, California. I did really well. I was in the mortgage and did all this stuff. But, it wasn't until I lost all that, because y'all know the market crash, that I really started asking myself, why am I on this earth? Like, what am I doing? Why did God put me here? What do people think I do? What do I love to do? What makes me happy? I did love real estate and mortgage at the time because I love math and numbers, but still it kind of took losing that for me to realize, oh, well, you kind of had a false sense of a performative idea of yourself. And then having to ask myself why. And then looking at my childhood and being like, oh, well, because, me and my dad had different ideas of who I should be. And I want him to be proud of me, but him and I don't think the same at all. And he taught me the right things. He was always in my life. He was my disciplinary. Like, my dad loves me. He's an amazing man, but we're still very different. So I had to then realize, some of the stuff that I'm doing, I'm like trying to please my dad. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't feel like he failed with me. So these are the things he said was right. These are the things that I got in trouble for, So again, I think it's time, our life experiences, and I'm giving those examples to say, the deeper we go into our self-love journey will allow us to learn and see who we really are. We got to look at our experiences, our red flags, the men we've chosen to date, the stuff that we've been through, how we interact with friends, the issues we have or don't have on the workplace, and take all that and kind of get to the core. It's a lot of unlearning. And so when we can relax and be in that, because there's some women who, you know, can't be alone, can't be single, can't, you know, do this, do that. The more we examine our behaviors and work on self-love, I think that's how women will heal, because we'll start to realize, oh, this is what I do, or this is all good, or I can surrender here or flow here. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. But a lot of us low key have a false sense of who we should be. And that creates a lot of static in our lives, even if we don't know it. So that's what I think.
Nice. Fred?
I want to ask you about like Jay-Z.
I love Jay-Z.
Like, I know you do, because I saw you comment the last time. He just sold Tidal, a percentage of Tidal. Did you see that today?
Yes, to Jack, and Jack has some plans. I don't know who Jack is, but I saw that they were on a yacht not too long ago, so it must have been what they were talking about.
Yeah. What's your response, or what are your thoughts about him selling Tidal? And he also sold his liquor brand, 50% of that.
50% to Hennessy, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I need a bottle of Armand de Marniac. Like, I need a bottle.
How much does that cost?
$310.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know, and I'll pay it. That's fine. Need to give me a bottle in the house just to support. But what I love about Jay-Z and why he can do no wrong to me, oh gosh, I have to look at some of these comments, you guys, is because like Jay-Z is like my spirit animal. I just feel it, because he's gonna be himself. He doesn't need your cosign to do what he's gonna do. And you know, I love boldness, Fred, because you're very bold like that. You don't need a cosign. Okay. You don't need somebody to tell you what business move you should make. First of all, people have so much to say. And again, I be on Twitter too much probably, because I just be loving the comments. But people always just have something to say. And I'm like, but this man is successful. He's a family man. He's got all of this stuff going on. Like, let him be him. I'm an advocate for people who want to show up the way they want to show up. It's his life. If he want to sell a percentage of Tidal that he created from something that was in his spirit to create, so great. Like, I think everybody should be that bold to create what's in their spirit to create, without the cosign, without the yes men. Like, you don't have to see it now. I even learned that lesson for myself, you know, back in, I told you guys after the market crash, I had to start asking myself the questions about purpose, and what I built and created and moved towards. Nobody understood what that was. And like I said, what do we call it now? Influencer marketing. I was on the forefront of influencer marketing, period. But everybody had something to say. Now they love my energy, so they were on board, but there was a lot of people who made me feel like I was confused. And it's like, no, I have vision. And this is the problem. He could have vision, like he's a visionary. And so we have to allow people like that to move. You don't have to support, but whatever, he's going to do what he's going to do anyway. And that's what I love about Jay-Z. Like, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, because there was a conversation, or there is a conversation going on about he shouldn't have sold it to a white person, and then there's the other conversation that Jay-Z deserves room because he has equity in the community.
Wait, he deserves room to, well, first of all, it's business. And if you're not doing business on Jay-Z's level, I don't really think that what can you really say? You don't know what those rooms and those conversations look like when we're talking about multi-millions and billions and all this and that. So we don't know. But I remember when Tidal first came out, a lot of people had something to say about that too. So people are always going to have something to say. Like,
right. They were saying it was too expensive, right?
Too expensive, or why is he doing that? It's always something. So again, he had a vision. It's his business. He made a decision. That's it. I can't really sit there and be like, oh my God, why would you leave? Money is green. why are we going to leave that on the table as Black folks? Like, just because, like, I don't know. Like, if this is this decision that he made, I'm not really all the way tripping off it. I think we could learn a lot from people like him and Master P. And like, how are we going to start to get some of this money going and own our things? Like, I hear this a lot when it comes to the chat about Clubhouse. Like, I feel like, of course, everything that we do, we make hot as African Americans all over the world. And it's like, the more we can get into the game and discussion of ownership and playing, on that bigger level, I think is good. Even if there is a little diversity in the team. If this man upped the money, what else can Jay-Z go create now with what he gained from that? Or how can it expand with what, like, I don't know everything about it, but I didn't see that as like some huge red flag is like, I'm finna disown Jay-Z. This man has decades that he's done for the culture. Like, what are we, I don't know. I don't really know how to break that down any further than that. I think he could do whatever he wants to do.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm not having those conversations. I'm not having hundreds and $million conversations yet. So I really don't know the extra mind behind why he chose to, but it's his,
I'm
it's
not
his
even,
shit.
because I was extreme on the other side. I was questioning why he sold it. And I wasn't angry at him. I was just questioning, like, why did he sell to them? Because I was thinking, my ideology is, if he can monopolize the liquor, then someone else will monopolize another market, and then by the end of it, we'll have some power moving forward. And then I forget who I spoke to. And they said, well, he's probably gonna make a bigger move. So I don't know. I don't know. So I'll just sit back and take a bird's eye view.
I think I love what you said about the bird's eye view, because I think that that's what we need to start doing more. A lot of the times we look at each move and it's just like chess, we're looking at each move, but if you pull back and look at the bigger picture, there might be so much more there. And I think if we can start to do that in our own lives, and when we see things like this, it might be a little more strategic than, we know or we think. So the bird's eye view I like that.
Yeah, because when you see it from when people were complaining about, oh, you shouldn't have did this, you shouldn't have did that, but they are employees of a corporation, right? So many of them are. So I think, like, to even have a concept of what Jay-Z is doing, you gotta somehow understand the entrepreneur's mindset. So I can't speak on the spirit. I've never met Jay-Z. I've only been in the same arena as him at his concert.
Right. I did meet him once.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You met him one time?
He was very down to earth, very kind. I was in the Girls music video. Okay. And so we met him on set.
We have to go watch that. We're going to have to go watch that. Which one are you?
You're not going to be able to see me if you can't find me, because all of the girls that played the whatever girls were like celebrities, but I'm in there. And he was just, and so obviously this was a long time ago, but he was just very kind and hospitable. He spoke to everybody. He was cool. He wasn't like a diva. He wasn't trying to, do too much. He was genuinely seemed grateful that we were all there and showed up. It was a 23-hour work day. Wow. So it was a lot. He kicked it with us a little bit, so he seemed, I didn't get a bad vibe from him at that time. He just seemed like a cool person. Like he went out of his way to be hospitable and cool and whatever. And, he didn't have to do that. He's Jay-Z. Like even then he was still whatever. So I appreciated that about him. But, yeah, these are big money moves, and
Davey's a cornball.
That's fine.
DB, you got an opinion on Jay?
Let's see. What do we got? Kai said $360 million for the Ace of Spades and still owns 50%. So that's a lot of money. Knock the mic down to wake up. I don't hate on Jay-Z. I don't rock with him. I'm a J. Cole fan. That's cool. Jigga Man playing us told us not to support the NFL and sold us out for the halftime show. What, he sold us out for the halftime? I thought he said no to the Super Bowl. What did he do?
I do remember him saying, God, I don't want to misquote. Y'all got to call in and tell me.
Right, because I don't want to, yeah.
But there was a lyric in his song, and I don't want to misquote it, but I'm going to paraphrase. He says, say no to the NFL or something like that. People
I said no to the Super Bowl. You need me, I don't need you. We out here in arenas too.
Oh, you know the song?
Yeah.
yeah. And then
he actually said that in a song.
Yeah, he actually said that in the song.
We said no to the Super Bowl. You don't need me. We don't need. Yeah. That's what he said.
And then now
me, I don't need you.
And now he's a lead producer. I don't know.
But he's a producer, didn't he? Okay, so he put Jasmine Sullivan, her, and this. So it's like, when are we gonna be satisfied? Y'all, we watching the NFL still, and he put black artists in there. We don't like that. He said no to the NFL when it was a certain way, but when he was able to get more leadway, he did what he could for black folks. So I just feel like we're gonna always be complaining about something. Like, what is it gonna be? What are we doing?
You said that's a good, to me.
Jay-Z stands are just like Floyd stands. I don't even go against it. I just laugh at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Kevin Bauer said, drop the.
He's in here right now. He's in here. What's up, Kev? Go ahead.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Not much. Hey, Jaimi, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I just had a question about your fast that you did. So what was like the hardest part about doing that fast for 40 days?
The hardest part was, well, that's a good question. I don't even think I thought about that yet. What was the hardest part?
I'm about to guess it for you.
What? Help me out.
Not eating before 6.
I mean, that was pretty challenging because I would get hungry, and then that's the part where you're supposed to be like, no, you know. Yeah, I mean, that was challenging. But it became a habit. Like, even now, I still have it. You know, if I don't eat, like, I'll have a little bit more things, but it's been weird to just wake up and have breakfast because I haven't been for so long. So it was something I got used to. But yeah.
I thought that you was going to say like the whole like sex part, like that was probably like rough too. You know what I mean?
That was rough in the beginning, but then I got used to it too. Cause you know, I mean, I'm not having sex with anyone, but you weren't allowed to masturbate either. So it was just kind of like, well, damn, I'm just out here.
They gotta be tough, huh?
Yeah, it was tough for the first, little bit, but I actually got used to that too. So I kind of just got used to it. And I think that was the whole point of the fast, to just not be so reliant on needing the stimulation on so many levels, like smoking weed, drinking, having an orgasm, and just stuff in my, these are all things that I do. This allowed me to think, because these are all things that I do when I'm feeling some kind of way. If I can't sleep, just give myself an orgasm, or smoke some weed, or have some wine, or bake cookies and stuff my face. Like, these are all things that we do to stay away from the root of the issue. So, yeah, that might have been the hardest part, just being able to hang in with myself without having an escape, and then not being hard on myself if I didn't feel, so amazing one day. But it was really good. Like, I want to do it more often. Not 40 days now.
Yeah, I know.
I want to do that.
Like 40 days is a long time to be doing anything.
And I didn't slip up not once. I didn't slip up not once.
That's good. Like I have actually or whatever thought about going on some type of fast. Like I thought about like fasting from either like food or from either like social media, something like that, because I never had fasted before, like, you know what I mean, like from literally like anything, like, and I hear everybody talking about all of the like benefits of it, like from whenever you like fast from something that you're like so used to doing, and just like or whatever, right? Hearing you say that, it just kind of like makes me think like, you know what? I think that I'm gonna find something that I'm always doing or something like that, and try to fast from it and just see what I get out of it.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, please do it. It's worth it, and I think you'll learn about yourself and find something. If you're leaning on anything, yeah, take it away and see what you can learn or find about yourself. It is really, really powerful. And not to mention like the clarity of mind. Like I know some people, they don't drink, smoke, they're not really worried about sex. I get it, but I
Yeah.
the clarity and the levels, I feel like I can even hear different things, or there's just a lot that changed within me, and just for putting that stuff aside. So I think you will find a lot of value in it. It's powerful. So, and even if you just start with like 3 days, 3 days without eating and just do juicing, fresh pressed juice, of course, or one whole day without eating, or 3 days without social media. Like who can do that these days? Like we're not really, so
Yeah.
even if it's not 40 days, I think 1 to 3 days of anything just to check on yourself would be powerful.
Heck yeah. Well, I most definitely appreciate this whole conversation, and hopefully you keep on coming back to the barbershop. And I need to address the chat just for 1 second.
Oh my gosh, I can't see. Address it. What is going on?
No, I just have wanted to say, y'all do not be scared to call in or beam in. I just
scared tonight.
Like, man, like tonight,
Right.
I don't know. It just seemed like it's dead. I'm like, man, hold on. Somebody need to come on in here and say something.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm boring y'all. Y'all are dead because y'all not trying to talk to me. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
No, you're not boring. Niggas just act like they like scared to call in or something. I'm just saying. I'm calling everybody out. Reggie Owens, everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
right.
Everybody. Mark Wonderlick, everybody. I'm calling out everybody. But but that was all I wanted though, man. Y'all have a good night, and I'm back in the chat.
Thank you.
It's
Jaimi out here intimidating these fellas. What's going on?
Oh, please. You guys aren't intimidated. Come on.
hey, you
Got these dudes running scared.
Right, running miles and running. I was actually considering doing that because I'm working on this project, and it's going to require the highest version of myself. And similar to what Nate Parker said, like every word, every syllable, every frame has to be done with a clear perspective. And I was actually thinking about that, just clearing the decks and just focus on, like, there's a term called self-mastery. I was actually really thinking about that. No, I am like for real.
What would you fast from? Like, what is your go-to crutch, so to speak?
I don't really have a crutch.
Yeah, because you don't drink, you don't smoke.
I don't really have a crutch because I'm not. But I think I need to, like, the extracurricular shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't even think I really have a lot of extracurricular shit because I'm still in quarantine and shit. Like usually, I if it wasn't in quarantine, I'll be bouncing around the city a whole lot more than what I am. But I was thinking about like obviously clearing up my diet, no sex, what else, and just like the developmental stuff around what I'm creating. I'll tell you off camera what I'm creating. And because it's a really big project for me, it's like a life's work for me, like, in terms of what I want to do. So I was actually thinking about it. So but we'll see. What was the name of your fast, by the way?
It was Marriage Breakthrough. 40-day fasting to supernatural something.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was really geared towards a lot of the scriptures and stuff that they shared were definitely geared towards love and God. And yes, I love that you said that, Mike Weary. I was going to say that semen retention gives you your highest creative energy. So men, you have so much power in that, but y'all just be, well, not all of you, but yes, you're right, Mike. Thank you for sharing that.
Asia Math is in here. What's up, Asia?
Asia Math. What's up?
What's up? How you doing, Queen?
Oh, I'm great. How are you? It's nice to hear your voice. I always see your comments, but I love hearing from you.
Yeah. Say my name again.
Asia Math.
What do the heck say?
King.
Yeah, so give me my proper greeting.
Hello, King.
King.
King Asia Math.
Okay. Do me a favor, Jaimi. So far, I've been loving you in the shop right now. The show. Now, this is not. It's no trickery to it. Hold out your left arm.
Hold out my left arm.
Yes.
Like this?
No. Sideways. Sideways. Now hold out your right arm. Now fold the left arm in. Just come straight in. Fold it in. No, all the way in to the other shoulder. Yeah.
Like this?
Now, yes. There you go.
Okay.
Now do the right arm the same way. Now do it real tight. Yeah, tighter, a little bit tighter. No, there you go. Because listening to you, love the progress from the little time we've been knowing each other. And I'm not a judgmental person, but you've been transparent and you shared and you traveling the road and you traveling the journey. And you hit it on the nail. You was like, it's about, you're learning your self-worth. And sometimes you just got to give yourself that hug.
I love me.
Right.
It's true. It's very true.
Oh man, thank you, man.
Asia?
What was that?
Oh, maybe
that wasn't me. That was
okay.
That was.
Like, huh? Yeah, no, you're true. When I needed that, I feel good.
Right. I kind of figured. I love that episode you had on there with Pops Brown on your King Speak.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah. You been spoke back with him?
We connected lightly just in comments, but I haven't spoken to him in a little bit. I actually want to bring him back for a panel discussion that I want to do because he's just a smart guy and he's doing such a good job being a good husband and father and mentor.
Right. Yeah.
What did you like most about that interview? Or what stood out about that one with him?
Oh, same thing. What you're kind of like being tonight. He's real transparent from the male perspective. Never been married, so I really can't speak on that. But I am a father and I'm raising my daughters, and he touched on that. And you could just feel the what the transgressions that he had overcame in that. I don't know if that was due to him just, you were the interview itself that made him. I don't know if y'all had talked behind the scenes or you just let the conversation go the way it went. But it just seemed like it was just real organic and he would just, just let it all hang out. And, you did the interview, so you saw it, it was like a real emotional roller coaster for a while. And, just, real cool, He was able to speak on some of those dark spots and share how he was able to overcome it and realize that, regardless of all his accomplishments, what he's doing with his children supersedes everything. And able to just shut the rest of the world out and, push the naysayers to the side and walk that path with his family. So yeah, that was real dope.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, thank you for tuning into that. That's what attracted me to him, you know, the way I actually did a Clubhouse chat. And that's where I met him. And I knew the first time he started talking, I'm like, oh, I'm having him on the show, because he was just so transparent and really able to bring light to the fact that the way he was raised not was wrong, but some of that old school way of no hugs and no love and affection and not being able to do this and that, and is, oh, as long as there's food on the table, that way that he was raised wasn't working with his kids in this day and age. They're like, you're mean, like, you know. And so to be able to realize that the way he grew up and what he did or didn't get from his father, and to be able to navigate and use the parts of it that were going to work and leave behind what wasn't going to work, so his authentic self could come out when it comes to his wife and children. Like, I just feel like that's something that, you know, we need to talk about. And you're right, he did such a great job with that. I loved it.
Yeah, I think at some point he asked his children their perspective of
Yes.
and they gave us you know, it's funny, you know, I'm not laughing at it making a mockery, but you know,
No, not a mockery.
It's not a mock now, but I don't have those issues with my daughters. You know, they wake up every day like, hey, Dad, you're the guy. You know, so it was real good and unique. You know, hearing this thing from. I got two questions for you.
Okay.
One is, what is the inspiration to your hairstyles? I mean, what when you switch to another style, what be the motivation?
I just be wanting to look different. I just like different things. I'm a Gemini woman. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm gonna always switch my hair.
Yes, it does. I'm a Gemini man. It does.
Oh, well, there you go. Like, I got to be able to switch it up. I like to switch my environment. I like to switch my hair. So this actually, I did this myself. I had never done my own braids, and this was the first time. So this was actually a project that I'm proud of. Okay. So that's what inspired the braids. I was like, I'm going to try to twist my hair. And I did. So I was happy about that because I wanted it done. And so I did it. I'm going to do it again. I got some more colors coming in the mail. I don't know, when I see a wig or a style or a moment or a mood or a season, I just go for it, you know? So I don't know. It's just who I am. I like to switch it up. So yeah.
No,
I saw a
they
little
all
bob
look nice.
online. I might get, just a little drunken love. I don't know.
You ever gonna do the short hairstyle?
Yeah, I did. I'm actually looking at a short, I found a little piece that I might want to get. But I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to let my natural hair breathe for a second, but then I'm going to re-braid it like this, but I got a different color coming in the mail. So I like dark hair. I've always been a fan of dark hair. I love dark, but I'm going to add a little bit of something to this and redo this. And then after that, I'm going to do a little something else.
You ever attended a Gemini party?
Have I? No. What is that? Is that a thing? No, I've only had my own. I don't know what that is.
In the Midwest, it is. Yeah, they do parties for pretty much all the zodiacs.
Oh no, I've never been.
During the zodiac season. Yeah.
I love
you're
that,
though. It sounds you're fun. A June Gemini though, correct?
June 9th.
Yeah.
Yep. What about you?
Gemini.
You're May?
Yes, May. My daughter June 4th.
Okay, yeah, that's the whole week turned up.
Yeah.
You said you had another question.
I done lost it. If I think of it, I'll bring back in. I don't forget it. Oh, what's next for you? I mean, after King Speak, then what?
I don't know. I think again today, with having a little bit of a slower day, I thought about that, and I kind of don't really know. I have a reality show that I wrote, and in my spirit, I say it's for Will Packer Productions. So I'm trying to make my way to him. But it's a project I would love to. I produced it. I wrote 11 episodes. I think it's amazing. Wow. Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah, it's a reality TV show, an unscripted reality TV show. And I know it's marketable. I know I've never done this before, so I'm reading and making phone calls and sliding in DMs and you know, checking with the network I do have to see who could help me make this happen. It has nothing to do with me being Hollywood or this or that, but it's a good show. So I would really, I want to see that. I want to see it. I want to see it. So
That's your
kind of what's
baby
on my
now?
heart right now.
That's your baby now?
It is. I actually wrote it last April. So it's coming up on a year since I conceived the project. But I did get, I don't know if you guys follow King J. Barnett on Instagram, the blackmail therapist. I shared it with him and he immediately was like, it's brilliant. Yes, I'm on board. So that's a nice, heavy person, you know, that's heavy weight to continue to push the project forward. But, you know, a part of me is a little nervous. I get scared sliding in these DMs. I don't know who to ask how for what. I don't know protocol. I don't know etiquette. I'm just doing my best to kind of say like, come on, like this has got to be produced. So that's kind of like what's on my mind right now.
You want to sneak me a manuscript? Not the whole manuscript, like a page or two. Sneak peek behind the scenes.
Maybe so. You're gonna have to sign an NDA. So as long as you're cool with that.
Yeah, no problem. That's
I mean, because it's so good. It's just like, oh God. But yeah, you know, I got as much as that part together. But yeah, you know, it's so that's what's on my heart.
I know Fred probably be trying to ask me what did it say? What did it look like? And yeah, I got to do it. An NDA, so he won't, you know, I won't be telling him what it is. Do you follow Love Dorsey, or are you familiar with her?
No.
She's like the female version of Kevin Samuels. What's his name?
No. Did she go in on him? Does she have is there a video going around with her talking about him in some kind of way?
I don't think so, because they pretty much like-minded people. It's just she's literally like the female version.
Oh, I don't know her. So, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Look up Love Dorsey, Love Dorsey.
I will. I'll look her up on Instagram. Love Dorsey.
Yeah, she got a YouTube channel.
All right, now let me get to the next caller.
All right, Fred.
Appreciate you, King.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Asian Math. Nice to hear from you, King Asian Math.
There you go. See, Fred, she gets my name right. And she looks at the glass half full, not half empty.
Unlike me, right? Unlike me.
All right, salute her.
Appreciate you. Hey, you know, my show is popping in Texas, like super popping.
Oh, hey, Texas.
We gotta do a date thing. I'll pay for the date.
Oh my God, a date? Oh.
Yeah. Birdman. What's up, Birdman?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You say you go to the school, speak to the girls, the younger girls?
I have been speaking at a few schools recently, yes.
What about the younger guys that go to the school? Do you speak to them too?
Nobody's asked me to speak to guys yet, so no.
Oh, have you ever thought about, like, if you go speak to the guys and the girls in the same place so they can, like, earn a little more respect for each other and how a guy is supposed to treat a woman and how he's supposed to act with the woman, or when they're alone or when they're hanging out? Because, you know, a lot of us young Black guys, we get down for a lot of stuff. I mean, it's like the clothes you wear, like these tights these people wear around. I mean, us guys, we think with our eyes sometimes.
Yeah.
And we're not worried about how a girl feels or anything. So what would you tell these young guys if you would go to the school and talk to them?
I would absolutely. That's a great question. And gosh, I'll put that in my universe. You know, I never really thought about it like that way. But I would love to do that. But I think that it would pay for guys to be mindful. I think it's okay for men to think a little bit, because I feel like it might be outside of your wheelhouse, and you tell me, but to think about how someone might feel or to kind of find a way to recognize or realize when you're being selfish, or take the time to learn more about, if you're interested in a woman, or a girl, because now we're talking about high school, like it's okay to get to know someone. Like you can be attracted without having to jump all over that. Like, and I get it. Sometimes it's mutual, sometimes it's this or that, but there's a little bit of value in the restraint, just because sometimes to me that strengthens the bond a little bit. And to be honest, like I've been on a couple of dates since I've been here in Texas, and I'm disappointed. I'm looking at these 43-year-old men like, wow.
Well,
Okay.
see, these younger guys they're just getting left behind because nobody's like leading them on how to treat a woman. So when they get older, like you said, like they want to just hit everything. But the thing about it is, like, how can I say this?
I think guys need to know themselves. I think they need to stop listening to their friends so much, the TV so much, the marketing so much, and really learn who they are themselves. It's going to teach them what type of woman they want to be around. Because I have guy friends, like, you married that girl, you hooked up with that girl because your friends thought she was bad. Y'all don't really, you're not even like that. Guys, I think could find much more value in getting to know who they are, especially young guys, when the group thing and what your boys say and whatever is so impressionable. Not having to follow the crowd and being cool with who you are, even if that includes rejection. If some girl don't like the pants you got on, and she would let her think you're a scrub, let her think you're what, like, it don't matter. Like, if that's what you wanted to put on this morning, rock with it. If your boys don't think the girl that you dating, why you dating her? Because I like her. Like I just feel like there's a lot of maybe like people pleasing and stuff going on to where people don't feel secure in what they want to do because they want, everyone to like their decisions and to fit in and all that. And I know all that's important in high school and stuff, but it doesn't serve you. And then, the more you love yourself, if you have self-discipline for yourself, if you are purposeful in yourself, if you're being true to yourself, I think it'll just allow you to make space to treat others the same. We dehumanize each other so much just because we're in this, I don't really know what that is, but I think it starts with self. So I'd probably try to put together something to talk about that and highlight the value. Like, there's value in your choices and what you think and how you feel and what you want highlighted.
Okay. And I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you fast for 40 days, like you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you go back into the habits after you fast? Like you said, you have no sex, none of that. So do you go back into that and do one of those? Then wouldn't your 40 days of fast be for nothing? If you fast and you go back and to go back into the habits, that's like, to me, that's just like for nothing. If you're going to go back into that.
I know exactly what you mean. So it did break a lot of habits. Like, I haven't fully, like I said, I haven't even really been eating all like that just because I'm not used to just doing that. So I am I'm so much more mindful. I don't have the urge to drink. Used to, I have wine here. I got weed here, but I just don't, I haven't, I'm just not in the habit. I like my clarity. It's weird. That's a good question because it's allowed me to see like, okay, am I doing something like I'm present? I'm present for everything that I'm going through. I don't feel like I want to escape anything. So I haven't picked anything up to take any edge off because any and everything that I'm feeling, I'm welcoming. So, Fred, what are you laughing at? Are these people in the chat?
I'm reading the chat.
My gosh.
Hey, Fred, I'm a new caller too, man. So where's my song?
Welcome
to
the show. Welcome to the show, big homie. Appreciate you, man.
All right, I'm back into the chat, guys.
All right. We got
nice talking to you.
All right, you too.
Peace. We got Kyle.
Okay, I see.
What's up, Kyle?
Man, what's up, Big Fred? How you feel, man?
Doing great, man. What's poppin'?
Man, nothing like the other one. Same superheated.
Hey,
what's going on? Hey, so I got a question. Oh, hold on. I gotta go back to the caller that called before Asian Math. When you're referring to Reggie Owens, you have to say Sir Reggie Owens.
Oh yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Please don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? We can't forget that Reggie Owens is Sir Reggie Owens at all times.
Okay.
But I got a question. How do you write a reality TV show?
So I just looked online and Googled a format. I read articles on what production companies that are looking for a reality show, what they want to hear. So, for example, my show is an unscripted reality TV. It's an arced hybrid. So that means something like people, they need to know and understand. So I try to learn some of the business language that they want to hear. Also, it's recommended that you make sure you're pitching to the right production company. Like if it's a production company that don't have nothing like what you are thinking about, then they likely won't pick it up. So I wrote it for what I saw it as in my brain, and then I kind of cleaned it up and tailored it to something that would be attractive to a production company. And I don't know if I've completely nailed it yet. It doesn't have to be as long as you think it does. So I wrote out 11 episodes. I wrote out a log line, what kind of reality show it was, the name, the demographic I believe it'll appeal to, and why, and an overall paragraph about the show. And then I started to really break it down. So I have that meaty version of things. Then I have a one pager that's just kind of like, this is the show. This is who it appeals to. This is what it is. If somebody were to just glance over it, they can think, will this fit with our lineup of shows? Does this match our yes or no? So I kind of have that going on. I put everything that looks like value. It's about selling it at the end of the day. Will it make money? Will people watch it? What's the demographic? They want to identify that from a business point. So I kind of tailored the language to show exactly why it would be a smart business move, as well as just, you only really need 2 lines to tell about the show. When you Google any reality show, the paragraph is this small. Oh, it's 4 people living on an island that are fighting for this or da. That's it. So you can have like the meat and potatoes, but then just your one page that's like, this is the type of show it is. This is the demographic it'll appeal to. Here's the log line and an overall view of what the show will be. And then they can take it from there. So that's what I've learned just in my process.
Oh, okay. Because I thought about doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Do you write? Do you guys say lines or like how does it work? Like is it like you put them in scenarios or?
Yeah. So the way I wrote the episodes, I put it in scenarios, and I've seen the reality is there's really nothing new under the sun. So if you can find a reality show that's similar to what you're thinking of, I would just look at how it goes. Like even if you watch something like, Real Housewives is a little different than some other thing, but it's always like there's a conflict, a this, a that, and a resolution. Like each show looks a certain way. So you can write out a full, it depends on what kind of show you're watching. You're writing, is it for entertainment or is it something like Love at First Sight, where people that are single can't find love and by the end they're happily married with such and such. So if it's something like that, that's why mine's an arced hybrid. It's an A to Z point. I just spent the 11 episodes breaking down why you come in this way. And when you leave this way, you're going to leave this way because of everything that's happening in between. And I wrote the episodes to walk you down the path from A to Z of what is going to happen overall, the arcing thing of what's going to happen with these characters.
How long did it take you to write it?
Not long, because it just poured out. It just came to, it didn't take long at all. Not a day, not even a day. Like I just, sometimes when you get a vision or when you see it, you just get it out. And so it was, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it was just so simple, but it was just one of those things. That's it. I don't know. I've never wrote a reality. So once it came out, I did refine it a little bit once I put some education to it, just from reading articles and watching YouTube videos from other people who have sold shows. So I had to clean it up, but the concept just came pouring out pretty easily just because I felt it. So that's what too kind of makes me feel like, oh, I got to do this thing, because felt like a divine download. Like, it wasn't challenging. So if you have it on your heart, like just get it out on paper and then, clean it up with the education part is what I would say. I'm still figuring it out myself. So,
For sure.
But
that's dope.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have a long goodbye, Jarvis. gonna end this. I'm gonna end this quickly. Hey, Big Fred, keep your phone. These niggas next. I appreciate you, my brother. Hey, tonight, man, we live after Fred. I got 3 Red Bulls because I'm not gonna go to sleep tonight, man. I'm going from the show straight to work, man.
Oh, damn. Enjoy that.
They tricked me, man. These motherfuckers, man. So I was supposed to see. Damn. No, I'm gonna go because Jarvis said I'll be having the longest goodbye. So nigga, I'm cutting short today, man. God damn it. But I'm gonna say this though before I go though. So they made me come in at 4 a.m. And if you're on the schedule, Fred, if you're on the schedule, you can't get out of it. So that's how they F me over. But I'm Red Bulling up. All right. So I see you tonight, Big Fred. Have a good one. Nice to meet you. I'm back.
Yes, nice to meet you. Have a good work day.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Well, go ahead, all you, Reg.
Oh, yes. I want to share my story of being touched internally by a woman and finding my spiritual side. Ooh, so I found it where she calls me, and this is where a woman talking to me and me learning from her. So she called me, say, "What you doing, baby? Come on through. Come show mama something." So I come up over there, and as soon as I get there, I begin to touch her spirit. I undress her, and I grab the breasts, and then I release. And from there, we create a shampoo. So welcome to the barbershop. Bye.
What the fuck was that?
Reg. Now I might need to put I might need to put something in my cup, Reg.
DB, man, what's up, man?
God damn. Hey, man, listen.
That's your friend.
He's my friend.
And these dudes, man, listen. I love y'all. My brothers, I love y'all to death. But god damn. Man, Jaimi, this is what I'm talking about right here. Is that you intimidating these dudes. They get on here, and I know these dudes don't talk like that when they talking to a little oompa loompa. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Reggie came and revived the show. But for these, I know.
Damn, was the show dead?
Huh?
The show needed revival, DB. Jesus Christ. You're stressing me out.
Nah, hey, DV.
Yeah.
Can I do something real quick? So we could all have a moment in the barbershop. Can I? All right, here we go.
Salute.
Hi. I'm good.
Did I hear you right? Did you say that you're in Dallas now?
I'm in Houston.
You're in Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not that far.
I take it you're in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm in Dallas. I think you were in Dallas. Was it last year for a photo shoot or something like that?
What was I doing? I think I was just kicking it, enjoying my birthday, and then I took pictures because everywhere I go is a photo shoot if I'm in the mood.
Okay. Because I follow you on Instagram, and I was like, look, next time you're in Dallas, holla at your boy.
I know I might have been hiding a little bit.
Yeah. You said that you have been out on a few days since you've been in Texas and you were disappointed.
Yeah.
Is that right? See, we got to fix that. Yeah, we got to fix that. So, I just want to say that, whatever you want to do, I'll do. Wherever you want to go, I'll take you. I just don't want to miss the opportunity. I'm not seeing you again. So we need to we need to do something about that. I mean, it's a 4-hour drive. I can make that with no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So we gotta set that up real soon.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down. I'll go out. I don't have a car, so yeah, you'll have to come here.
Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem. That's no
I know
problem.
Fred is just back there, just excited. He wanted to do this.
Right.
What's your Instagram? So that way when you just have to message me.
Yeah, it's what is it? I think it's Eric B 1003, something like that.
Okay, I feel like I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we were in touch for a little bit a while ago.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I always leave a comment for you to read and
Okay.
respond to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure to tap in. Yeah, you could just DM me, but I'm down. I'll go out. I'll give you
Most
a
definitely.
chance to
Okay.
redeem these texts.
Oh yeah. This is not good. I mean, I'm not from Texas. I'm actually from Chicago, but I am
Chi-town?
but I am going to represent, you know, for Texas since I've been here for so long. You know, I was hoping that I would get a chance to talk to you tonight because I'm actually on the road. I'm in Colorado right now,
Oh,
and
cool.
I couldn't call in or beam in because I was in the Colorado mountains and I kept losing my signal. You know, and I was like, man, I got to get, you know, to the hotel so that I can talk to her. You know, so I'm
Well,
glad
I'm
that
glad you did.
yeah, I'm glad I was able to make it on time. It was a couple of things that you spoke of tonight that I kind of wanted to go back with you on. Asia Math had brought up this show with Pops Brown. I thought that was a really good show.
Thank you. Good.
It reminded me of my father because, like Pops, he was raised the same way, you know. And I realized that because his mother raised me, and the grandmother that she was to me, you know, I just assumed that she was the mother to him. But I found out probably about 8 years ago, I was actually her second chance.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, that shocked me because she was she was like God to me,
Right.
you know. And when I found out that, you know, she really wasn't the mother to her sons, you know, that she was to me, I was like, wow, you know. And I can
Sheesh.
remember when I moved to Texas, and I would, you know, my father, he's a street dude, you know, so we're totally opposite. But I can remember going to his house where he was, you know, he had crack cooking on the stove and, you know, prostitutes in the living room, and, you know, he's running all of this stuff. And I would go and see him, and when I would hug him, he would stiffen up. You know what I'm saying? And I would reach out and I would hug him, and he would stiffen up. And it got to, and I was like, wow. And I thought about that, you know, as I was driving back to my place. So when I would go see him, I would do it more and more, you know. And then eventually, you know, it got to a point to where he would actually hug me before, you know, I hugged him.
Aww.
Yeah.
Everybody, thugs need love too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you have to, receiving love is something you have to be used to. So do you think that there was any, well, you know, probably not because you're his son, but I wonder how he felt, you know, watching his mom give you the love that she didn't give him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was incarcerated most of that time, so he didn't really see that because we were in Chicago, you know, and he was incarcerated at that time, and so he didn't really see that. But his brother kind of, you know, took his place. You know, he was really like a father to me when I was seeing him. You know, he was he retired from the military as a Master Chief in the Navy. Yeah, so he was real instrumental, you know, in my life, and I think he took that, you know, that mantle of, you know, being a father figure, you know, for his brother. You know, there's another
That's
thing
amazing.
that you spoke. Yeah, it is. There's another thing you spoke about this evening, and something that we have in common. And you were saying that you had wrote a screenplay.
Yeah,
And
reality TV show.
Okay. You had mentioned the way that you were. I wrote a screenplay a few years ago, and you had mentioned when you started writing how it just began to flow. And it was the same thing when I wrote the screenplay. You know, it just started flowing. I didn't really know how to write a screenplay. I actually had to get the program and learn how to format it because it was actually in like a book format.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I didn't.
It's, you know, you gotta figure it out.
Right. I didn't know how to write it. So I bought the program and it formatted it for me and, you know, put my scenes together and everything, you know, and I've been looking for a literary agent, you know, for the longest to try and get it out there. And I had been in contact with a few people who, you know, who said they could do this and they could do that. Nothing happened. You know how that goes.
I do. I got some emails out now. I'm like, come on, bro. You said you was going out.
Right.
Like, you know, but I just, I get it.
Yeah. So, you know, I've gone through that with the screenplay. I still have it. I'm hoping that, you know, I can somehow get a literary agent that will, you know, sell it for me. And I want to still remain. I don't want to like sell my rights to it. I still want to have some control. And I know that's hard to be able to get your stuff done and still have that control, because now you're talking independent. You know, a lot of times they just want to pay you out and just do whatever they want to do with it, with your story.
Right. And they spoke about that in the stuff that I read. And I'm a little bit opposite. One of the things that I read when it comes to being a producer, especially with the reality TV, is let them run with it a little bit. Like, especially if you got more thoughts or more screenplays or whatever in the bag, like be less attached to like being the artist that needs it to look like what you wrote, but this is my baby. They're like, if you can't move in that room, then they're just gonna like, not next. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already having the mindset. I believe what I have is good. I think it's great, actually. But if people want to start making changes and do whatever, all right, whatever. Just get the show done. Like,
right.
I don't need to be married to. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think my story is really good. You know, just really getting it in the right hands and getting it out there. You know, so
go for it. The universe is open.
Right.
For all yeses right now. There are no planets in retrograde. So
right.
Make
Most
the
definitely.
asks.
Most definitely. You spoke of an ex, so you know I want to say just he's an ex for a reason. So let's leave that out there.
Yeah, that's cool. That door has been quite closed, and so mind you, cool. I know my love is good and it's unconditional, and it's powerful and all this stuff.
Right.
I've been broken up with that man for over a decade, so for him to be still feeling some kind of way, you know, that's something else.
Yeah, we won't
worry about
that.
We're, you know, it's all good.
This is a whole new chapter, so we won't worry about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you. You know,
sounds good.
I can't wait. So we'll you know, I'll DM you, and we'll we'll put it together.
All right, sounds good. I'm glad you made it in from the mountains.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever driven in different mountains, but it's scary, you know, because there's no guardrail. It's like a stick in the ground with a reflector on it. And
yeah, that sounds scary.
Yeah, it's scary, you know. But yeah, I was definitely trying to get here so that I could talk to you. Definitely made it.
Amazing. I feel special.
Oh yeah, you are.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Salute to you, Queen. And
all right.
And I'm gonna see you soon.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Okay, bye. All right, now I'm looking at the chat. Flag. Wait, is this not updated? Say it in your blue blood voice, Fred Birdman. I can't hear anyone.
You said you couldn't hear me?
No, now I can.
Oh, y'all couldn't hear me? Oh, shit. I was talking. You couldn't hear me?
I just now can hear you.
Oh, man. I was like, Birdman with the half a hundo. That's Blue Bud's voice. That's Blue Bud's voice.
Okay, nice. I'm hyped. I'm
Blue Bud
hyped.
at, man? Where Blue Bud at, man? Oh man, he came in like Terrence Howard, didn't he?
Yeah, yes.
He came in like Terrence Howard. What's up, DB?
Oh shit, man! This shit is hilarious tonight. God damn. Where can you find more characters than in a barbershop? Damn. Yeah, I've been following up some of these calls. It's like I was saying, it's like dancing. You ever dance with a person that got no rhythm, like they be off beat? You ever did that before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, you can't look at them and continue to be on beat. You start getting off beat because they are. You know what I'm saying? You look and you like, God damn, I gotta close my eyes just to dance on beat. Yeah, that's how I
throwing your rhythm. Dang, what is throwing your rhythm off so badly?
I don't know. We went from like, we was almost at 100 and we got to about 97, 98, and then we dropped down to like 15. And then the conversations was just all over the place. These motherfuckers talking about lip gloss and what kind of barrettes you use, and that shit was just, it was funny, but it was also infuriating at the same time, you know. But
I'm having a good time.
Anyway, you are? Yeah, because you're the one. I guess you're the guest, so I guess it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? Having fun. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well,
okay, now I'm in the thing looking at the champ lick is lick. Okay. When
what does it mean when a woman says sound good? I
just think I don't even know if there's. It's almost like a what's understood don't need to be explained. I feel like it's just Patty hit me with and I was just, it's like I don't know if there's any words to that,
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that. I think, yeah. I don't have an explanation. I'm sorry.
Okay. DB. What does it mean when a woman says sounds good?
She's not listening.
Oh man, that's not a goofy ass question. Reg, you had a moment. A moment.
Wait, Reg, I'm scared. He gonna come back in and start talking something crazy.
He may. Reg do what he do.
Reg do what he do.
Do what he do. It works for him. And be the 100% version of yourself.
DB, you put let's watch The Notebook and Titanic and cry each other to sleep. You were joking, right?
No, that's really me. That's how I feel. I want you to tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. I don't want to know about any secret. I want to know about all your secrets.
Okay.
Complete sarcasm. Yeah, of course.
I mean,
I've never even seen The Notebook.
The Notebook is good. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it probably twice.
I've never even seen it.
There's just moments. I don't know. I probably have to watch it again. I haven't watched it in so many years. I wonder how I'd feel about it now.
Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can make it past the first 30 minutes.
I ain't watching that shit.
You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it.
I got too many documentaries to catch up on. I got too many books to read, man. God, I'm falling so far behind. I can't believe it's March and I've only finished one book this year.
Yeah, by the way,
finished two.
I'm so far behind in my reading.
I read A Mind at Home with Itself by Byron Katie and The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I'm gonna have to read that one again.
Okay, you missed a lot, right?
Well, it's just one of the, I read the first 3 chapters. I'm actually also reading A Happy Pocket Full of Money. I have a couple chapters left of that. Happy Pocket Full of Money is incredible. I'm gonna read that one again. All the 3 books I just named, I'm gonna read them again. The Big Leap talks about how to live in your zone of genius versus your zone of excellence. It talks a lot about our upper limit. We have upper limits, like we cap ourselves out. Like if you ever notice, you'll you know, be making great money, everything will be great, then you'll mess up something in your relationship, or, you know, how we just cap ourselves out on how great we'll allow things to be because of 4 things, usually outshining people. There's like 4 top things that we do from our traumas and issues that keep us from living our fullest selves and living in our zone of genius. A lot of us are excellent at things, so we stay in that space, but is that the best space for us? Like, we have a zone of genius, and that's the space you want to live into. So it just breaks things down in a way where it's like, oh my God, I had no idea I was like upper limiting myself here, or I was thinking like this, or I was viewing time this way. There's just a bunch of things that it talks about in ways that you can catch yourself in your mindset that'll allow you to flow into work that's more authentic for you. And I love it. So good.
You in great shape, Jaimi. Your workouts are coming together for sure. Your shoulder line, like you.
Oh, good.
It is coming together for real, for real. You know,
I feel great.
I see your stories and stuff like that. I see you going to the gym and stuff.
Thank you. I feel great. Diet and exercise. I mean, I will eat the snacks, but I love exercising. I took the day off because my muscles need rest, but best believe I'll be in there tomorrow. It's great. It helps you think clearly. I'll exercise. Got to move your body. You got to.
Yeah, for sure. Any last words, DB? Jaimi?
Champion.
He just, he
I was late tonight, salute. And then Asia Math said, is there a particular type of people, race, age you're looking at casting? I'll get into that. We'll share. Yeah, Patty, what's understood don't need to be explained. And then yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was in on that chat. But yes, those are 3 books, you guys. A Mind at Home with Yourself. It teaches you how when you're in any conflict with anything or anybody, it gives you, it's judge your neighbor, write it down, ask 4 questions, turn it around. It'll really give you an insight on what you're really thinking, what you're really feeling. And chances are what you think is a problem really ain't a problem. It really will help you relate to people better. Happy Pocket Full of Money is all about mindset and wealth consciousness. And The Big Leap is about, functioning from your zone of genius. Top tier books. I'm going to read them all again, probably twice.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in here, man.
Thanks for having me. You guys are fun. I love this. I enjoyed every bit of it. Like,
thank you so much.
I just be in here by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I got to hang out with you all, kick it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you got a date out of it.
Thank you. Yeah, these days, I'm telling you, I went on a couple days. Like, yeah.
Okay, what made? Okay, let's talk about that.
We just have to. With guys, this is
champion heart.
The body is your temple, and I love your body, Jaimi. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Got 5 on that.
So you wanna?
I just feel like this is why I say men should be mindful, because I'm all about the law of attraction, and you attract what you are. You attract what you love, and you attract what you resist to, but whatever. I don't feel like I'm the type of woman that comes off like a hookup chick. So when dudes I can tell the difference when the couple of guys that I've been with out here, they drink too much. Like, y'all drinking too much. You're a little too saucy for me, sir. Like, and I feel like when you're in that mode, it puts you in a space of looking at me some kind of way when, more like a piece of meat than a human. And I don't like that energy, especially on a first date, because I don't know you. So why, when we're just going out, are you trying to do the most? It's so hard to deal with, and it's unattractive, and I'm not a hookup chick. Like, you don't even know me like that. Like, I'm really disappointed in and these dudes were 42 and 43 years old, and they both have grown daughters. And one dude, I decided to tell him after, our interaction, because as a woman too, when you're in a particular space or out with somebody, like sometimes I have to act a particular type of cordial to get you out my space. Mm-hmm. Just so I'm safe. So then you hit me the next day. Oh, how are you? Just checking on you. So I had to ask him, oh, the gentleman's back. Like, now you want to, you know, you went from being cool to acting a fool on a date. I just don't understand. I don't know. I just don't think I think guys could be much more mindful. Like, if you need to masturbate before a date and chill out on the alcohol, I think that that's a great idea if you're really getting to know a woman. Like, I don't know what these girls is out here doing, but I had to tell him about himself. And he was like, well, I never had a woman tell me I wasn't a gentleman before. Well, sir, today is a new day. Because if that is the way you're functioning, we can't be around each other. I can't do it. So I'm saying, without saying too much, but I'm just kind of like a little turned off. I don't know. I think just slow down just a little bit.
As you're sipping wine.
This is water.
Oh. Yeah, I hope your reality show gets picked up. That'll be fly.
It needs to.
How was your Fox Soul experience?
Oh my God, that was so fun. So that was that's another thing. When I go on fast, I get this big burst of opportunities because this is the second time this has happened. But it was amazing because I was on a panel with all celebrities. Like, these are well-known celebrities for years, and then me, and I'm like, oh, well, this is so cool. But it was great. It was fun. It was Tamar Braxton, Uncle Luke, Earthquake, Red Grant, and Donnie from the Mike and Donnie show. And we just talked about all these things: love, relationships, alimony, all of this stuff. So it was fun. It was a great experience. Like, I really had a lot of fun. And actually, I would love to go back sometime whenever they see fit to have me on panel. That was great. We had a good time.
That's fly. That's
fly. Yeah.
DB? Any
yes,
parting
too
words?
much alcohol. Also,
yes. Don't dance with a person with no rhythm. And stay elevated, Jaimi.
Thank you. I will. And then Asia Math, how do you perceive yourself as a parent? I think I'd be an amazing parent. That's just the nerves. Trust me. You know, Donnie, I get it. The nerves.
Nerves of what?
Not really that much, though. I guess from going out, like I guess this is when we were talking about just the way they drink too much. I don't know. It's just, you got to be able to read signals. That's what it is. It's not even, because there's times where the chemistry is a certain way and it's open, but if you're not feeling that openness and a woman is not like, you got to be able to tell when a woman is, you know, open to your energy in a particular way. Otherwise it comes off as selfish. Like, you're just trying to hope that you can rub up on me enough to get something out of me. And that's very unattractive, as opposed to just being open to my energy. Like, did I touch your leg? Did I lean in? Am I looking in your face? What signals am I giving you that says you should try to, like, lick my neck? I don't understand. How did we get here, sir?
What did you do wrong, though?
You know, I guess that's thing. Can you hear me okay without the earphones?
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Your ear's starting to hurt, huh?
No, my phone's, well, it's on 20%, but we should be fine because I'll let it get to 10.
Okay.
And I'm one of those people who you got to look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really sure. I think that with the second person, let's say we went out, and I don't like being in men's space. I don't do the house thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be at a dude's house, really, or him in my house. But when we went out, we went back to his house. I had to go to the restroom, and he had to call my Uber. So it was just that 9 minutes in the house. Like, you was fine the whole day, but you get in your personal space and feel like now you need to do the most. And then, so that was my bad. So that's what I did wrong, going into the apartment. I can't, not to use the bathroom, not to wait for no Uber. Let's wait in the lobby. Let's wait in dinner, because I put myself in that position because you feel some kind of way in your personal space while you're pouring up your drink. And now you feel like it's a free for all. What? Because I'm in your house. So that was on me. I'll take that. And then after this one dinner, this dude, He messages me and he's like, oh, that was amazing. I'd love to see you again. Next time we're going to have to do movie night. PJs required. I don't know you like that, sir, to be laid up on your couch in my PJs at your house for movie night doing what? I don't know you like that. We went out on one dinner and you already in my phone trying to get me to be in your house. Like, I don't like it. I just don't roll like that. I be needing a little more time.
I also would say that when you go to the jungle and you see a monkey hanging from a tree, that's pretty common, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you see a jaguar sprinting, that's pretty common in the jungle, right?
I would say so.
Yeah. So when you go to a man's house, you got to expect a man to be a man in his house. You understand?
Okay, yeah, I can take that. I can take that. Mm-hmm.
And then also, if he responds in that way, if he responds in that way, you have to say, wow, I got a man that acts like a man when he's supposed to act like a man.
What do you mean?
Like for example, if he's supposed to I don't know what he did. I'm just saying he's supposed to be aggressive in that moment. I don't know what aggressive looks like according to you or what he did, but he's supposed to take, we'll just call it a leap of faith. Okay. That's more digestible to you, right? A leap of faith, right? So
okay,
he's supposed to take a leap of faith. Now, whether it's too strong or whether it's not to your liking, you also got to see, how would he respond if I am in an inferior position? You get what I'm saying? Will he act like a man? So you got to kind of correlate that with like, I don't know it to be true, but I'm saying
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
and I'm not mad at it because I get what you're saying as a position of a man. It's just for what I was receiving it's like it's selfish. You're that's what I got from him. Like, you have an agenda about what you want to do.
Oh, sure.
And this doesn't really have anything to do with me. Like, not personally, because if I'm out with you and I'm talking about this 40-day spiritual fast, I'm doing this, I'm really, you learning who I am in a particular way. And all you can think about doing is licking on me. Like, I get it. I'm cute. My conversation is but you're not, this isn't about me. This is about what you want to do, because there's nothing over here that I indicated that I'm ready to cross any of those lines with you at all. Like, I've known you an hour and a half. Like, for me, it's just like, you didn't hear anything that I said.
I mean, when does the date go from me to we? Like, that's I don't know. This is the first date, second date, third date, first conversation. Like,
I think you gotta know.
There's a light switch. By the way, Patty Dean says, keep shining.
Keep shining, sis.
Keep
Thank
shining,
you, girl.
Keep shining, sis. Like, I always, like because I have a lot of properties connected to alleys, right?
Okay.
I expect if I walk by another man in the alley, I expect him to be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, so I am always an understanding of, like, what do you say? Need to.
Okay, Concrete Jungle. Need to hear his side. She might have gotten sloppy at dinner and pulled his chain under the table. Yeah, no.
Yeah. What's up, Concrete Jungle? I just but I wouldn't judge him on how he responded to me in an alley. I wouldn't think of him as less than a man. If I'm going down the alley, I'm like, man, no, I work here. No, I'm not. I expect him to say, self-preservation is the law of the land.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. I don't know what he did or how he did it. I'm just saying, I
can take responsibility for the first part.
You're the greater person when you can analyze the whole picture. Become
correct.
Uh-huh.
And I gave a lot of space and grace. But after the third, fourth time where I was feeling like, dude, like, now I have to take in consideration from day one to here, and you just
Yeah, sure.
no,
I get it.
no,
I get it.
no. That is not. I, and me and my girlfriends, we talk about it, and we're all sitting there like, no, sir.
See, if a
So
man comes up,
I'll never see him again. Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
So if a man comes up to you and he looks in a threatening position and the man knocks him out, and then you say, wait, I know him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, like, I would respect the man for acting like a man. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And so what I
and
hope
respect is the wrong word. Respect may be the wrong word I'm using, but I can live with myself knowing that he's gonna act like a man. I always, 9 times out of 10, I'm not perfect. I go in expectations of knowing that a man's gonna act like a man in this situation. Like, if I call a man a bitch, I know I got to fight him. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't expect to have dialogue after calling a man a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of,
I do. And this is where and why I like to have conversations with men, because there's a difference for males and men, and there's a difference from gentlemen, and this, I don't know, I just think there's levels to it, and what I would like to see as a woman is just a little bit more mindfulness, because sometimes when you do too much too quick and you're just it just becomes something that feels men can have their nature, but when do you have the moment to say, all right, the second date, one date, you're already trying to lick on me, then you're trying to get me to your house, like, this is about you. That's just how I feel. So it could be a man's nature all you want. I'm not attracted to that at all. So you go be a man over there and go find you something else to mess with, because if you don't have enough man in you to be a gentleman, take a deep breath.
sure.
You do it when you assess a business situation. You don't jump on a business deal. Like, no.
Yeah.
Breathe, assess, and move. Like, that's all I'm asking for.
No, I wasn't saying be like fondue and all. I see Jay is in the building. What's up, Jay? I wasn't implying that, but I would like, if he doesn't act like a man, and I don't believe acting like a man is grabbing her ass, grabbing her titties, and I'm just saying, like, suggestive stuff to imply that, hey, you want to stay a while? Would you like a glass of wine? You understand what I'm saying? I realized you said you like chocolate cake. Well, I have a half a chocolate cake here. I don't know, but that would be like more on the terms of Frederick. Like, okay, she's here to go to the bathroom. How can I get her to stay for dessert? Like, you understand? So so that would be like my mindset. But I also would say, like, accept what he wants. Like, and that goes pre-dating. Like, if you're not, listen, man wants to have sex with you, man wants to date you, man wants to, he wants to take you. I mean, I don't know, but accepting what he wants and you moving accordingly makes it so much more seamlessly too. And and that's for your module. That's for you to put all your ducks in order before you get in his passenger seat. Like, you know what I mean? That's but yeah, man, we got to come back and talk about this another time, because this
it seems, I just wanted to kind of, but I got you. I get what you're saying. I'm not mad at it. I just,
because it's not the fact that he went in, it's not the fact you didn't like how he handled himself while you were in his house.
Yeah, and that was just the first offense. That was just a little nick on that, because I get what you're saying. Like I said, when you asked, what did you do? I went in the house. Like, I did. I really had to use the bathroom, and I really was thinking. Usually, I never do that, so that was on me, because when you do put yourself in a situation in a man's lair, so to speak, like, I don't really know you either, so why am I here? That was on me. So I can receive that. It's just the continued conversation after that. It just he kept chipping away at what could, even after I gave the grace, and when I didn't like that so much, I let it go and was still open and kind and this and that, and you still just kind of, so anyway, it's gonna be a no for me, but that's okay.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog. It's gonna be a no for me,
It's gonna be a
dog.
no for me, dog. Like that ain't how you get it. That's not gonna work.
Well, thank you for coming into the shop. Thank you for coming into the shop. We
Thank you
appreciate.
for having me.
Oh, my bad.
We
Any
kicked it tonight.
Any final words?
And it's 1:30 here, so we just up.
I know, right? I know. Any final words, Jaimi? Hey, do they call you Ja?
No, but I think you do.
Ja? Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. No, just thank you guys. I think I've given so many words. I feel like I talked my ass off tonight on all kinds of things. So just thank you guys for having me again, rocking with me, staying in the chat. Like this was so much fun. And yeah, I just can't wait to come back. Like,
thank you.
Thank you.
I totally appreciate you. And next time you come in, we'll have Reggie host the show.
I can't wait.
That would be good. And I'll just sit back, Reg host the show, and we'll move it just like that.
And we'll make shampoo.
Yeah, we'll have DB and Reg host the show. You know?
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, Red's gonna get it cracking. Do not walk in our house.
Red just gonna get it cracking.
Oh man.
Yeah, me and Reggie got a bachelor pad. You walk in our place, you're gonna have shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for coming to chill with
Note
us.
to self: stay out of. Lord have mercy.
Peace.
Appreciate you, Jay.
Bye.
Thanks. I'll beam you out. Oh, you can beam yourself. You know how to do it.
Just hit leave. Okay, bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah, that's a good question to have, though. Like when a woman,
is she gone?
Yeah, she's gone. Yeah, she's gone.
I can't see the screen and shit. So that was a long ass goodbye. That shit was like long as cows.
Oh yeah, for sure. I actually started another thread of the conversation, but I don't think it's wrong for a man. Like
I don't either.
Like I want, just like I want a woman to be a woman. Like I don't agree with I wouldn't necessarily fondle a woman or handle a woman or anything like that. That's not my lines. But I would lead the witness if that's the case, and then see how aggressive I can be. But if you come in my house, shit, you know what I mean? Like you already told me what you like, and I hope to God I got it there. You know, because we done had 1 to 5, 1 to 10 conversations. So, you know, maybe not. You know, so
yeah. I also think that the majority of women, if they come into a platform like this too, they're not going to tell us everything. Like they're not going to reveal themselves. So if they did go on a first date and that, you know what I'm saying, it's like, all right, cool. So yeah, you know what? I was bleeding and shit, so I couldn't do much. So shit, but your mouth not bleeding. You know what I'm saying? So she give them a little dome, and then, you know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna come on this platform and tell us that. They're gonna be like, no, I didn't do nothing the first date. You know, if you come into my territory, like you said, you come into the jungle, you need to expect to see monkeys hanging. If I see a monkey hanging means something different in LA. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. But I think the conversations have to last longer. You know what I'm saying? If these dudes don't know how to talk, and I'm not talking about here, I'm talking about when these women go on these dates. If the dudes don't know how to talk, they don't know how to ask the right questions. They don't know how to set up the questions. You can ask somebody and she'll tell you, and it maybe it's direct or maybe it's indirect or in so many words, but she'll let you know, like, look, I'm not gonna do anything with you tonight. Okay, cool. So we'll meet again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, no, I can't have that drink right there, because if I get that drink, that's gonna turn me into a whole different person. She's telling you, like, get me that drink right there so I can have an excuse to come back to your place, you know what I'm saying, and jump all of your bones. So the conversations, I think the conversations don't last long enough. At least that's what I'm getting, you know. But from the dudes that I'm around, you know, you see my brother in the chat, and from my brothers and my cousins, like I haven't been around that kind of stuff, so I don't really know those dudes. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard those kind of conversations happening where the dude is licking a chick on her face and shit like he Rick James and shit. Like I don't. That's crazy stuff to me. But listen, I ain't against it. If he did that, listen. If a person does something, women understand this. If a man does something and it doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean anything. He's doing it because he's tried it and it worked before. So that's his habit. So he licked somebody on the face, her pussy got wet, and then he went for the kill. And then he did it again and it worked. And then he did it a third time and it didn't work. And the first time it worked again. So that's his thing.
That worked.
Is Reg on the phone? I hear somebody else.
Yeah, Reg.
No, that was me.
Is that E?
Yeah, what's up?
It's both of us.
What up, E?
All right, it's all good. Man, you said it. All you have to do, is ask. A woman should tell you what she wants. You don't assume, just ask. Honesty goes a long way. And a lot of cats don't understand that.
Yeah. And I want to say this, like, even when she was talking about with the date, man, it's in the dude nature. It's like incredible to me that man can't be man anymore. Women feel afraid, feel like there's something disrespectful for a man to grab her, to be all up on her, to kind of be affectionate, like in the first date. If you feel a certain vibe, you want to do that. You want to let a woman know your interests. And that's kind of how I've always been. I want us to be at least open with each other. I don't like that kind of awkward energy. That's why I don't really do dating and shit. I'm like the opposite of what people want in dates, to where you're going out on dates, because everybody's objective is to get to the point of what they call coming to home plate. That's the objective. That's all. People ain't going out to dine just to eat and this and that. People are mixing and matching and doing this shit over a plate. Like that's not my stick. That's not my stick. We have to have some other deeper connections. We got to be open. We can have those type of conversations. I want to still feel free. I don't want to be out somewhere shelling out money trying to get to know someone, because I done dealt with a lot of chicks who they go out on dates with other motherfuckers. And this back when I was in my young player bachelor days, and I'm the one up here getting what these other motherfuckers and spend all this money out, taking her out to dinner, boo, because he's single female, so they got a right to do that shit. And I'm the one who they laying up with. So I refuse to do all that shit. If we haven't hit that point to where we connected, to where we open enough, because in the end goal, what I'm spending all this money just to get tied into trying to get the draws and never get it, and I'm out all this money, wasted, slapped in the face for what? Like, nah, we gotta be much closer, we gotta be much open. So when we go out to these places, we just feel ourselves. Shit, eat with your fingers. Like, you ain't gotta do all this pretty acting shit. Like, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but there's a difference in groping and being affectionate. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't just, grab a chick titty while she's sitting at the dinner table.
I don't see nobody doing no shit like that. Like, some women don't even want you to wrap your hands around them. Like, they get to that point. Like, every woman is starting to act Me Too about shit.
Yeah, well, I get what you're saying. I think that this whole Me Too thing was hijacked. But the thing is that and I mean, and we can talk about the emasculation of the male. You have all these terms. It's toxic masculinity, which is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I think that what happens, man, is that, like I was saying earlier, you have to be honest in your communication. You can't assume anything. If you ask her, what it is that what she wants, and she'll tell you that. Then you know how to act accordingly. You see what I'm saying? So if you're thinking, oh well, I'm gonna do this and this is gonna get me in the draws and the whole thing. No, man, a woman has already decided, within the first 10 to 15 minutes whether or not she's gonna do something with you. Now you can do something and say something to fuck it up, but she's already decided. And I got that lesson being in Vegas. I had a lot of stripper girlfriends, well, not girlfriends, but a lot of just stripper friends. you know, and they were really giving me the game on a lot of stuff, you know, and I listened to these women talk, you know, and began to go from that perspective. You know, it's different when when you come at a woman's from, you know, the woman's perspective, you know, on how to deal with certain things, as opposed to, you know, thinking that, you know, I'm gonna do this and this is gonna give me the draws. No, that's not the case.
All right, so what's the whole purpose of this dating thing? I mean, my thing ain't, well, for me, it ain't, what is the purpose? If everybody keeping it real, what's the purpose of the date? It shouldn't be assumed that to go into marrying somebody, everybody going in there to get something. And we all live off. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes a date is just a form of a resource. Someone that later will be a positive resource for something that you may be doing, you know, and she may have a connection with someone that, you know, that you didn't know that she had a connection with. She may be able to, you know, to put you in a position that, you know, that you were trying to get into that you didn't know. I mean, that happens a lot. It's like, okay, like a perfect example. There's this female that I know, right? And she has connections with getting grants. Okay, well, now if you try and sleep with her, now her emotions are involved. You see what I'm saying? So now, if you don't call her or something happens and she gets mad, you know, now that resource is gone. Whereas that's a resource that you could use for something that you may be trying to do with, you know, a business or anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Man, that sounds like some work related shit.
No, bro. No, it's not, man. What I'm saying is that every woman that you encounter doesn't mean that you have to that your purpose is to sleep with that woman. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, hold on, back up for a second. We're talking about a date. We're not talking. He said, "What's the purpose of a date?"
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, from what Reggie was saying, what Reggie was saying was his purpose was trying to sleep with the woman. That's what his purpose of the date is. Right? Is that not right? What you were saying, Reggie?
Yeah, but you broke it down like it was work related.
No. I just made an example. I was just saying that, you know, that's not the objective. You know what I'm saying? Because every time that you date someone,
BB screaming like H money. That is the objective. A date means that you further in the relationship with somebody. You meet somebody. Let's say, for example, you meet them at the grocery store, right?
Right.
You grab a banana. You go make a banana joke. Hold on.
Right.
You get the phone number. You talk on the phone for 2 days, 3 days. Shit. If you send her a text message right then and she responds, you're gonna try to set it up for something immediate, right? 1 day,
Right.
3 days. I don't know. I really don't go past a week trying to do that. But you get to a week and you don't already have all of the conversation as you need to have. So now it's just to see if our chemistry when we face to face is going to be how we feel. And our chemistry is good and our sexual energy is there, then of course, nature is going to take over. I'm not going on a date to see who got the connection with the insurance man.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. This is something that discovered.
That's some friend zone shit. That's not a date. That's you hanging out with a homegirl or with a coworker. Or
that's not the same thing. That's different.
Hey, but to the people on the panel, in that particular situation, I know it was just her side of the story or her version of whatever went on. But in that, can we all agree that she did communicate within the whatever hour, 2 or 3 hours while they were out dating, that she sent the vibe to him or the message to him that I'm not in that space right now.
Right.
I'm still open to male company, but I'm not, I'm not open into male sexual interactions. You know, she did own it that she was.
Fred, man being a man when she came to his house. That goes back to what Fred was saying. You see what I'm saying? So he read everything that all the message that she gave him, he read all that wrong, and he went right into man mode, you know what I'm saying, trying to get trying to get at her at that way when she had already given the vibe off that it ain't gonna be that.
Right, and we can't really read it wrong. He probably read it right and just said, "Hey, you in my place, I'm just gonna roll them dice anyway."
But see, a lot of women will put that guard up, acting like I'm not looking for nothing, I'm this and that, until you open some of them up. Some women put that shell up to a woman may say that to not give off the vibes like she's just easy, and it's for sometimes for you to kind of break that, like to penetrate that wall that she puts up, to making her open. A lot of women would not let you know where they're at in this certain space. They may want to see that you put the work in. And for a woman to say that doesn't always mean that, but sometimes that's why I say I'm not the one to quickly run into one to take a woman out on a date. And especially when you're dealing with certain women like later in life, when they want to do this dating things, they're looking for someone to really take care of them. They reach this point to where, especially like this Kevin Samuels dude is always bringing this up. And that's what's so funny, but so realistic about what he speaks about, is that when you reach women of a certain age and they talk about they ain't got time to play, these women are looking for something that didn't occur in their younger years. And now they're trying to speed this progress up to finding someone who takes care of them, because they're reaching these latter years, these latter stages of life, and they need someone to probably be together with, absorbing incomes together to take care of themselves. And it may not always be out of true love. It could be out of the financial benefit. But a man and woman interaction at a certain point is our connections are sexual. We connect on, and sexual connections go beyond just sticking each other. There's other connections that come from it. Sex bonds a lot of shit. And I refuse to be one that kind of runs away from that, because people make sex talk so taboo, and it's not. There's deeper connections that come from people on sexual levels, and a lot of relationships break apart when people always talk this love shit. Let the sex die between them, and the relationship is over.
No, you're right. Well, we're just talking about that one particular instance, but for the most part, you're right. I deal with a lot of females like that, but I'm glad I'm at the point to where I could gauge, am I wasting time if the overall objective is, sowing my oats. I know who to play with and who not to play with. I could see myself going out with a female of Jaimi's caliber, and I'm not even expecting, sex that night. It's just really just for the nostalgia of it. And I'm cool, because 9 out of 10, I done already went and got that off with a female, that is with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plus, you got to keep in mind of the timeline that you gave. She said she had just met the dude. I'm not giving excuses, but I'm just going by her version of it. She had just met him, and
right.
She gave him the vibe that, hey, look, I'm in a spiritual space. I'm pretty much celibate right now. I don't know. I didn't think she was that direct with it, but she probably was. I don't know. But I mean, it was enough to where I would have picked up, okay, this is where we at. So we just going to enjoy the moment. And we don't know who paid for the dinner. She might have paid for
it. Yeah, you know what, Reg, that's with what you were saying, with these women at our age, they are looking to get married, and I have encountered that here lately. It's like, you've been a hoe your whole life. Your pussy ran through. Now all of a sudden, I can't have no pussy unless we get married. So now, so now it's like, okay, so now you want to try and put a bow on this ran through pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because now you want to be somebody's wife, because cats ain't kicking your door in no more. And I've experienced that, and I'm like, what the fuck? They say that there are two women to one man, or 4 women to one man, but the pickings are still aren't as good as it is for women.
Yeah, right. And I even see it now, like with this younger generation. This younger generation is really part of the tricking generation. These women got these fools wrapped around their finger. It ain't too much these women want, but for you to fly them out somewhere. For these younger cats, they got a real effed up, and these young cats are really wrapped around the finger of a lot of these women. They kind of control shit. Some of them bad. Yeah, they bad, but these young generations is part of this tricking generation. That's why they so flaunty about shit, because they do it. That's the only way to attract these women. People don't communicate. There's no more game. You don't see people spit cold lines to women. Their communication is all effed up. Money is a communicator with a lot of what's going on in this generation. A Birkin bag, a Fendi bag, Coach purses, and all this other stupid shit is their communication. It's effed up for these dudes.
Preach.
Yes, sir. And I was passing it around. Go ahead.
But that seems like we can appreciate, you know, the women of Jaimi Alexander's caliber that's pretty much more deserved. I don't know her history. I don't, and I ain't gonna come off like I do, and I ain't no Captain Saber whole simp talk. But the vibe I get from her is like, look, yeah, I might got a little checker past, but that was that. This is what I'm on now. Can you respect that? And I'm not going to mislead you. I don't want a Birkin bag from you. I don't need you to fly me out. I could do all that myself. But if I'm on a soulful sexual connection with you, it's going to be more than, you know, we just going out to dinner, then you invite me to your house and all of a sudden throwing some Luther Vandross and we getting it on. You know, I just think she ain't in that space right now.
Marvin Gaye.
So, a lot of females out there that are. So why waste that type of energy with her? You know, that's like mixing and matching. That's like just throwing them all in one box. It's levels to it.
Yeah, no, she carries herself in a cool way, and there's a specific type of dude. That's just like the way the game go. You can't crack every female out there, and that's understood. Everybody has their own lane of what bracket you fit into. You may fit into a bracket of a particular level of dime. She may be accustomed to it. Not every professional woman want a professional dude to surround her. Some women want gangster ass dudes. It may be the head of medical staff, the head of a legal firm, or she may want to square. So there's a lane for everything. So there's no real rhyme or reason, but Jaimi has her particular type of dude that she attracts to, and everybody has it. There's a lane in everything, but people, the way things are pushed off and how taboo things become in society is so bugged out to me, man. That's why I speak so raunchy at times, even though they ain't always the way I am. I don't dress every woman like that, but in fun and in nature. But I like when women can open up, and those are the kind of conversations we have, because that's kind of adult type language. There's 7 billion people walking this planet. They ain't do it from being unsexual. So there's a lot of fucking going on within this within not even just with humans, in all species of this damn earth, that everything inhibited through this planet has been here through earth. So there's a sexual attraction between everything up in this mug. Even the goddamn lights, positive and negative energy is fucking, and it turns on some light. So people got to break out of that shit acting like sex is some way out shit. And some people are so uncomfortable about sex. Me, I'm open about that shit. And it breaks those barriers into where you think we're women for so long. Women go through these phases of where they become liberated. Then women are tied back into worrying about their own self-conscious of how people think about it. Some women just liberate from that shit. There's no such thing as a woman. The only time I think a woman is a hoe is when she's doing shit to put a man ahead of her kids if she's a mother. But other than that, for a woman want to go out and get her thing, get your thing. We all sexual beings, but you also must carry yourself in a proper respect. Just because it's some women you may find a connection to y'all fucking on the first night. And sometimes it's people in here who've been married to people they done fucked on the first night. There's no rhyme or reason, no time period in which which you have to give it up. Sometimes you may run off a good thing, holding some shit up, and y'all connect on the level. And especially if that person's there. I mean, don't be fucking around no piece of shit ass person, or unless you ready to make it that kind of one night shit. But I'll pass it around.
Let
me ask you, Reg, what for a particular female, what would be her body count? What body count would be too much for a particular female for you?
I wouldn't even try to ask her that shit. I wouldn't even want to ask that.
I just asking. I'm just saying, if you just knew her body, what would be too much for you? I'm just curious.
But you know what's weird about that? I don't want to fuck with no virgin. I don't. I'd have tried that shit and it's the worst shit. Like, so, but for me to ask, like, I'm about to ask her how many people she been with, but I don't want to fuck with the virgins I've tried to fuck with, can't get in it. They don't know how to fuck. They scared. Like, so why would I ask what's her body count? Like, you would know shit, oh, you'll feel it. But it's some women who may fuck a lot who got some of the greatest pussy you have ever encountered. So just say a woman's been fucked a lot don't mean her pussy. It's women who fuck on a daily. They know how to keep the shit tight. They know, I mean, even if it's loose, they know how to make it good. So it's just the experience that you get from a woman during that particular moment is the way that they present it. I think the presentation of how she delivers her sex is everything, but I don't need to ask about it because some women will wrap you around their finger by the way they fuck you. You see some people with their minds gone. When you see a mind gone person, it's because they're dealing with a woman who's deadly with her shit. But I also want a woman who's intellectual and shit. I can't deal with like brain dead as women and shit. I like intellectual women who, after you finish fucking, you go talk about let's talk about the economy or some shit. Let's talk about, like, I like bitches who, I mean, sorry about that. Y'all know what I'm saying. I mean, women, but in this conversation, but I like women who can think on that higher level, but are straight up, they nasty with it when it's time to do it. But body count, I wouldn't dare ask her that shit. But you can see, you can tell that she a hoe.
Yeah, I mean, every woman has a past. Now, you will know if you get to that point and she's gaped open and you're not feeling anything, then you know she's got a high body count, and you're not trying to be involved with her, but you don't know that until it gets to that point. But everyone has a past. You be still on? You will if you get gauge open.
Oh, that's Asian map. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shit, where DB at? Where you at, DB?
The DB leave.
I'm right here listening. Shit, go ahead, y'all. Shit, I know when to sit back.
Yeah, no. What's your thoughts on Asian math question?
Yeah, how you feel about that, DB?
Hold on, y'all got to tell me one at a time because since I'm not beamed in, this shit got to be like. What was the question?
Yeah, go ahead. A woman's body count. How you feel about that?
I don't give a fuck.
No, that was my background. I'm sorry for that, yeah.
Hello.
No, but no, I didn't say know her body count exactly. Just
no, DB was answering Asian math. DB was about to answer.
I was just wondering, like, if you would it be too much, but you answered it, so it's all cool.
Oh, I guess DB, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, perfect. Why? Who gives a fuck about a woman's body count? She's 40 years old, man. Act accordingly. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? She's 45, nigga. She's 35. Ask accordingly, man. Like, it doesn't deviate from you being a man. I just think the goal is for you to be the man. She's gonna unfold. I just firmly believe in I'm the answer to every question that she's ever wanted to know about a man. And I'm going to disarm her. I don't give a fuck. She got 4 kids, married, been married, whatever it is. You're the answer. She's coming on a date because she has questions. She's not coming on a date because she has all the answers. Let her, she's going to blossom. And you're going to have a moment on the date where she just opens up and all you got to do is water her. It's simple. It's simple. No more germinating, no more sun exposure. Just keep watering her. You know what I mean? And you win. I don't give, man, we in the city, man. She can do whatever she want. And guess what? You ain't the only one she fucking that week, that month.
Facts.
So like, I mean,
right.
How many men you been? So what's the next question? How big is his dick? Like, what the fuck you talking about? Who's the best? Like, what's the next question? How many men you been with? How big is his dick? Am I the best you ever had? Nigga, go somewhere with that shit. Be the man, dog. Ain't nothing. It's like I was. This is an extreme difference, but I just men get mad like when a woman asks a man, "Are you hungry?" and you say yes, and you don't give her a direct order as to what you want, right? Then you get mad when you get home that she didn't cook what you want. You got mad at her for being a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Why are you mad at her for being a woman? The same way she shouldn't be mad at you for being a man. Oh, my tire broke. I got a flat tire. Well, I'll be there in 30 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? It's just we get so convoluted in like this female agenda. What's it called? Me Too? And what's the other one? Toxic masculinity?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Man, that's some of the wackest shit ever. I'm not saying I don't believe in touching women. Like that's totally not where I'm from. You know what I mean? But I just think that it's a woman got to allow a man to be a man, and a man got to allow a woman to be a woman. Like it's too many crossover. It's too many crossovers. You know what I mean? Like it's just too much. And I'm not talking about how much money you make at a job. I'm talking about like the things that God put in a woman and things that God put in a man. Just allow it to be nature. You know, like if good luck asking a woman how many men she been with. I mean, don't ever ask that question.
No, I was just about to say that. Never
come up. I asked Reg, is there a number too much? Or if he just happened to know, he ain't got to ask her that. Just like he saw her fucking 100 dudes every month, and he just noticed without asking her. That's why that was what I was like. If he know that, is there that'd be too much for him? Not go ask her. So I don't even know how that guy started passing around.
Well, if she been married, he fucked that nigga 300 times a year. What's the difference?
I'm talking about different guys, Fred, not times, but different dudes. I say, what's the body count?
I mean,
but let me say this, Fred. But you know, it's different. Like where people worried about she been with this person, boom, boom, boom. But it's a lot of women who can be in a relationship and they on some wild nymphomaniac type shit, and he just wearing the pussy out. Her pussy may be worse than a chick who you may see with multiple partners, who she may end up only fucking this person maybe 1 or 2 times in her experience with them, and now the cat healing up. So it's different ways of thinking about that. And a lot of times what dudes do is they prey upon women they see with other people to begin with anyway. I mean, everybody is occupied with something. And then DB wanted to get in there. He had got cut off. Go ahead, DB.
Shit, what was it again? I forgot.
Body count.
Motherfuckers cutting me off. That shit, it makes me murderous. That shit is
body
fucking
count.
beyond me. I don't even remember what it was.
I apologize, DB, if that was me cutting you.
Fuck. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, the same thing though. I'm not asking about no body count. That shit don't mean nothing to me. That's for dudes that got a little 3-inch dick and scared. You know what I'm saying? If you got 100 on your body count, I'm 101. I don't give 2 fucks or 1 shit about it. You know what I'm saying? And like Fred said, these grown women. You know what I'm saying? So shit, they done already started they thing and they teens, and now they grown women. And shit, as long, like Reggie said, as long as the presentation is right, you know what I'm saying? You come here and you smell good, your hair smelling like botanicals, and your body smelling like Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works. You know what I'm saying? And when you open that flower up, shit, and that shit blossom and it smell like it's supposed to smell, then everything gonna be what it is. You know, I want to get with a woman, and I don't want to think about sex for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We get together, I want to feel you right away, because I want to know if not the sexual energy, but I want to know if we physically compatible that way. And then once we get past that, now we can both calm down with that energy, and then we can actually start having conversations. We can start talking about, oh shit, the election is coming up. What you think about Kamala Harris being the first Black woman? We can start having these conversations. But if I'm thinking about what the pussy feel like, I'm not gonna be able to think about having a conversation with you. You're never gonna get a chance to know who I am. So I don't know. I know people always say I'm different, but yeah, I'm definitely different from most. Anyway, go ahead.
No, that was a good point. And I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that, because that could be a distraction, like you said. You know, that's the way you are. You got to know what the physical is before we get to the financials, before we get to the spirituals, before we get to the emotionals and all that. You know, so no, ain't nothing wrong with that. And that is primarily the male human nature.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, and I think even on the other side of that, women have to learn how to, even when you're dealing with a woman come out situation, women need to learn how to let that ex baggage go, because nothing worse than a woman who takes what another motherfucker done to her and pour it upon you. Like, that's the worst thing. I think a lot of, and it's like something I used to always say to chicks, and the chicks used to think I was just so like I didn't have a care or zero emotions or feelings and this and that. Even like Jaimi was saying, she didn't know that dudes had feelings, but men express their feelings like men, not on no emotional or feminine type energy type ways. And sometimes women ignore when we giving off compassion to them. A lot of women ignore it. They expect compassion to be in the form of some feminine type essence. And I used to always had this mindset to where if a chick was mad, finding anger and they bringing up this, it ain't my job to make you happy. And then I used to hear Will Smith say the same thing. He put it in better terms than me. Like he would say with his wife before the entanglement stuff is, it ain't his job to make her happy. She has to find that happiness within herself. And I've always felt that way. That ain't my duties. And I find so many people, when I hear them talk about relationships, is this happy wife, happy life shit. Man, that ain't my goddamn duty. If I'm doing everything right, not creating no conflict, but you bringing in some other internal baggage that's starting to kind of unleash itself, where you compartmentalize the shit and it's starting to break, and you're just going through these emotional, depressive type moments, and you're trying to put them on me, and it's supposed to be my job to fix that. Like, I don't think so. I'm gonna stay around to help work on that, but you need to find it in yourself and do your own self kind of, people have to do their own internal type care. And men have to do that every day. Ain't nothing worse than a man who will sit there and just cry to a woman all day. That's sucker shit. And I think people have to learn how to heal themselves mentally before even going in. You don't pour your type of baggage and trauma on people. And I think those are the most debilitating shits that go into relationships. Like, but that's my thoughts. I'll pass on that.
I want to piggyback off of what you were saying here a little bit. I found out that you can't love every woman the same way. We have this perception of we're supposed to do this, we're supposed to do that, and that's not true. Every woman has a certain way that they want to be loved. We perceive doing certain things as showing our love, but if that's not how they want to be loved in that certain manner, then they don't look at it like that. And you'd be like, well, how come you don't appreciate what I'm doing? Because we are assuming that this is how we love that woman, when every woman has a different way of how they want to be loved. And that was one of the things that I found out from being friends with these females or strippers. It's just finding out, that every woman is different on how they want to be loved.
Now, depending on the type of way that they want to be loved, couldn't that be detrimental to the male, to his masculinity? Because he might have to suppress to conform to the way she wants to be loved. Champion Heart.
What do you mean?
You say, like, some women want to be loved differently.
Right.
Doesn't that run the risk for a man losing his masculinity to conform to that way she wants to be loved?
Well, no, I mean, that goes back to what I was saying. We have this perception of we have to do it this way, when that's not the case. You can still be a man and love her the way that she wants to be loved, not the way that you feel that she should be loved, the way that she wants to be loved. That's where communication is important. This is why I say don't assume, ask, and a woman will tell you.
Yeah, no, real talk.
That's it. we got
good shit. But good shit. I'm about, man. Great shit, Fred.
Oh,
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all coming on. Thank y'all for coming on. For sure, for
all
sure.
right, my brother. Salute, man. I'm out.
Appreciate
Salute
it.
to you, Fred. Thanks for having me on the panel, fam.
You know what's up, man. You know what's up. Mike Weary the Great says dates is just to gauge the interest. It's just for us. He meant us, the gauge and interest. I'll give you one even better. Plan the date to get the girl, like to get what you want out the girl. You know what I mean? Is it for company or is it to get the pussy? Like you already done had enough conversations with her, so you can kind of manipulate. You can 100% manipulate the date to get what you want. You're not
right,
man. Stop that. Oh, I got to go to Maestro's and man, fuck that shit, man. Tailor the date to get to the goal. If you think you need 6 hours, have a 6-hour date. If you think you need 2 hours, have a 2-hour day. If you think whatever the case may be, but tailor the date to get to the goal. Stop going like, oh, this cookie cutter date because it's the most popular restaurant in my city. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
So
yeah, agreed. Yeah, think guys should go on dates that fit them also too. All dates should be different.
Yes.
Like something that I do. I'll go to the gym with a chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to aerobic studio for 24-hour fitness, or just bring her to my gym. Don't tell her it's my gym. Just bring her in there and give her a jiu-jitsu lesson. I mean, I'm going to be on top of her. And it ain't even nothing sexual, but you know what? It's just a different side of her to see, how she pushed through and how she deals with adversity and how strong she is, like, mentally and she physically too, like all of that, you know what I'm saying? But getting a chance to see a different side of them. But that's for me, that works for me. You know what I mean? Afterwards, she's exhausted and shit, her hair fucked up, you know what I'm saying? She got no makeup on because you got a ghee rubbing all of the makeup off her face. So it's a completely different thing, you know what I'm saying, when it's done. But again, that's for me. Everybody else ain't into jiu-jitsu, so that's not their thing. So you can go to the beach, to the park, to the bowling alley, you know what I mean? Shit. Go to a mountaintop and sit on the hood of the car. I mean, it could be anything, but do something that fits you. And I think a lot of time when people start going to places like Maestro's and the Regal Beagle or wherever the hell they're going to, because they don't have any conversation. The first thing they want to do is put a drink in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Put a drink in their mouth so these dudes get liquid courage and then they get enough to get the woman loose. Man, fuck all of that. Like, start having conversation. Just conversation.
Right.
Oh, you told me one time, a beautiful thing is for you to be you. And shit, you know, she gonna tell you a couple of things you want to hear. You're gonna tell a couple of things you want to hear. Both of y'all gonna twist the truth a little bit. Like, all of that is cool, but shit, just do something that fit you. I can't go to the place that Fred go to. Fred want to fly him from London to the Crenshaw district. Shit, I can't and I won't. So I got to find something that fits me. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm not going. But back to that the original thing. Like, I'm not going on a date to meet. I'm gonna go on a date with you because you might know a cool banker. Like, that shit ain't got nothing to do with no date. That's friendship shit. You know, a date for me don't mean friendship zone. If I feel like I'm getting in the friend zone, the date is cut off. My stomach hurt. I'm just gonna tell you, like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. We gotta go. I told the chick I wasn't feeling it one time, and guess what she told me as soon as I told her that? Me neither. Good.
Yeah, just cut
You
the
know what I'm
shits.
saying?
Yeah, count your losses. Cut your losses. You know what I mean?
When we sit in a restaurant, I mean, this is years ago, but we sit in a restaurant and food already ordered. Like, hold on, I'm finna sit here and shit. We're not finna be looking at each other crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got enough bread to pay for the meal, but why should I pay for it though?
Facts.
Just because I got two balls? You got two titties. Okay, now you pay for it. Or if I make you pay for your own, not make you pay for your meal, but if you have to pay for your own meal, now all of a sudden I'm not going to get the pussy that I was going to get because I'm not a gentleman enough for you. Like, it's, man, this should be a whole bunch of ridiculousness. So I think that it needs to be a whole lot of conversations. You know, when we first meet people, instead of grabbing a phone number and running away, having a conversation right then and there, and then all of the text message and all the DM shit, like, fuck all of that. You need to get on the phone and talk. You know what I'm saying? And turn that 15-minute conversation into an hour, 15-minute conversation so you can get to know, okay, cool. This is where you at. This is who you are, who you be with, things that make you smile, what numbers to dial. You know, and then from there, yeah, the more talking on the phone, the less, I don't want to say anxiety, the less like tension or something. I don't know, whatever it is though, that should be eliminated. You know, because you know the person a little bit, and you actually have something you have a base that you can go off of. You got some substance that you can talk about. But also, I don't like people be in these two saying shit that sound cute for women. I'm not finna say nothing that sound cute for women. You know, I feel like I'm a gentleman when I have to be and when I need to be, and that's usually all of the time. But that don't mean that I can't be sexual. That don't mean that I can't be comical. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, good shit. Good shit. We always turn the shit into something, huh?
Yeah, we turn into something. yeah, turn into something, man. Brandon Adams got his big win. We're gonna get out of here, man. Brandon Adams got his big win, man. Big win tonight, 8th round KO, man, which is probably the fight of the year thus far. Oscar Valdez had the performance of the year, but this was a good fight, man. I enjoyed this fight. He has so much going against him. Man, they put him, you see how small they had to fight in a coffin. They was like, man, we're gonna eliminate this man's athleticism, man. And that led me to what Leon Muhammad said. They don't fix fights like, hey, take a dive. They fix fights like that. Man, you see how small that ring was?
Yeah, shit was crazy.
I was like, how did, man, that shit was 12 by 12. That shit was, man. Yeah. So, anyways, man.
Patricia said, welcome to another lesson.
Yeah.
Shit, teach me. And also, too, let me say this, too. If somebody got something for me, teach me something. Shit, because I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything.
Right.
Shit, I know shit that's been working for me.
Right.
You know? Yeah, let me see. Sean Porter was on some bullshit. Yeah, Sean Porter always on some bullshit.
Yeah, what did he say tonight? I was in and out of the commentary.
Well, I don't listen to Sean Porter. I told you I think he's weird, so I don't.
What Sean Porter say, man? What did he say? I was in and out because I was around about that time. I was full blown dad, so. But I was carrying my computer everywhere I went around the house. I was carrying that shit like this. Oh, God. Oh man, I was totally carrying this shit around. So, but shout out to Brandon Adams.
Yeah, so you gotta trying to like one of those sacks.
I don't know what he said. I didn't know they was in Puerto Rico. Shit.
Damn, I didn't either.
I didn't know either till just now. Yeah, I wasn't even listening to it. You got it, man. That was a hell of a knockout, man.
Yeah, shout out to Brandon Adams, man. South Central Zone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was good. We needed this, And now I'm hearing, I seen something come through my timeline just now, and that said the Jamal Charlo victory aged well. Okay.
Great. Cool. Now put them. Now make them fight good. Even though Brandon Allen's fighting at 154, but please go put them in the ring. Put them. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't talk about it. Like let these dudes fight.
Yeah.
Let these fight. Stop talking. Yeah. Can you Davis on Donovan Long? Fair. Can we get Davis on the show? What Davis? Tank Davis. No. Leonard Ellerby, you're gonna let Tank Davis come on?
Nah, he ain't coming. It's not a controlled. It's not a controlled environment for Tank. No way he'll come on this show. No way.
Not that Tank won't, but his people won't allow him to come, Donovan. Yeah.
No way.
Cool, bro. We want to get some love too.
Patty Dean gets some love. The boxing section gets some love. And go there right after the show, man. Your butt, you should be live right now, man. Donovan Long, what's up? Welcome to the show, man.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, man. And Mike Weary, what's up? He said he wants Charlo. Well, he can't get Charlo because Charlo going for unified, man. Undisputed, unified champ. So ain't no way in hell he getting them, you know? So good luck with that. Hopefully he has a fight coming up because he done lost about 25 pounds. So maybe he's fighting on April 17th card, you know, April 24th, April 17th card. I don't know. PBC just announced their schedules, man. Damn. Help your fans out, man. Anyways, man. Shit.
Promoters put your schedules out.
What'd you say?
Promoters put your schedules out.
Thank you. Promoters put your schedule out. Yeah, maybe they'll.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mama, there we go talking about Al again.
Man, please. Eddie, put your man. I want to look forward to a fight, man. I'm looking forward to I mean, I'm not excited yet, it's so far away, but the 140 division, I'm excited about that. Man, I would have had a date already for the 122 pounders.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I would have put a date, man. They fought in January, right? Or February? First week of February, second week of February. I would have had them on the schedule for June. Boom. Already. I wouldn't waste no time with that. Man, that shit had me excited. Now they probably not gonna fight till November. Watch.
Earlier today, I was thinking about that Tank fight again at 140. That Mario Barrios fight.
That's bullshit, man.
No, actually, I mean, you know, listen, we didn't ask for the fight, but you know what? We either gonna have it all right, or we got to play the same politics that other people play. There's no middle ground. We got to play the same politics they play. They allow Canelo Alvarez to go up to different divisions and pick and choose who he wants to fight. And you know, Mario Barrios is, I mean, I'm assuming he's the weakest champion there, right? Because the other two got 2 belts apiece, and it's going to be for undisputed. So what I started thinking about was Tank goes up there, gets a piece of that WBA belt, and if Teofimo moves up, then Tank is already putting himself in position to get that Teofimo fight.
No, I don't think he needs that. I think that Teofimo fight can be made with or without any belts. And
okay.
I mean, it's basically on them, right? Because that's a pay-per-view fight.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that it's just a bad move for his career. It shortens his shelf life. And moving up to 140. Now he gonna say I can go. He's already has questionable discipline.
Well, again, Canelo Alvarez is able to do it. You know, that's a part of the argument for why people consider him to be one of the pound for pound guys, right?
Well, we're gonna call him as such then. He's a duck too then. I'm not Tank. I'm not excusing the behavior.
Oh no, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I said but here's the thing:
okay.
It can't be in the middle. We have to play the same politics that everybody plays, or everything's got to be all the way right. There's no middle ground. So, which one is it going to be?
I think it's retarded. I do. I think it's like, man, Tank ain't the guy to do that with. Tank is not the guy to do that with, and the fight does nothing for his career. Does nothing. It doesn't.
But you can't say that. How he goes up to a bigger division and beats a champion? How can you say that does nothing for his career?
Well, he's not a champion. He's not a champion. He's definitely not a champion. He has a JV belt. According to me and Floyd, he's not a champion.
No. Come on. You know the narrative is going to change with Floyd when things work in his favor. Come on now, you already know that.
Well, he got a JV belt.
He's saying that because he wasn't in position to. His fighters were not in positions for certain things.
Yeah.
His role, if you think if somebody asks him if Rolly is a champion, is he going to say yes or no?
Oh, he's definitely gonna say yeah.
Right, and Rolly has what you call a JV belt. Man, a champion is a champion. right? I like to advocate for the silver, the gold, the international, for all of those other belts. I like for all those guys to fight each other. I don't know how they get lost in the mix. So we have a super champion, then they end up having a mandatory or number one contender. I think all of those dudes need to fight each other so they can consolidate. You know what I mean? Consolidate and have one WBA belt, one WBC belt, one IBF belt. And so for like Dev, for example, right? Let's go back. How can you say that does nothing for his career though? You know, this guy doesn't have he doesn't have a big name, but he's you can technically say he's moving up 2 divisions because he's a 130-pound champion. Tank is, right?
Fight, sure.
You can say Tank the same way how they do with these other people. Loma, Canelo, you know, he moved up 2 divisions to go fight in the heavier weight class, and he beat a champion 2 divisions above his own weight class. Now that's monumental. Like that's something, you know, he accomplished something great.
On paper.
No, we know this. I'm saying, but this is the politics they play, so we do the same thing.
I think wrong is wrong though. Like I don't think that because Canelo do it, we do it, that makes it right. I think.
Oh no, but I didn't say it makes it right. I'm saying we either do it all right or we play the politics. So if we do it all right, that means that nobody's watching these fights. Nobody's having that means that when we do it live, that means we're not talking about Canelo. His name can't come up. That's all the way right. Mm-hmm. Like we don't talk about him at all.
Okay.
Pound for pound list. That means so across the board, it's not just here at the shop. That means that the same thing's got to happen with Big Tank, the Sweet Science Examiner. The same thing's got to happen with Reggie. The same thing's got to happen with Kyle. Everybody's show's got to be what's the own code, right? And it's not going to be because somebody's going to say, "Fuck that! I love boxing too much." Nobody's going to tell me what I can and can't watch. I'm going to watch it anyway. So then we that means we prescribe to the bullshit, or we subscribe to the bullshit. So it's going to continue. So we either all on board one way or another, but there's no middle ground. Otherwise, boxing is going to continue to go down the same path over and over and over again. And people will still say, well, MMA and the UFC's got a business model that's working. All the best have to fight the best. But in boxing, there's so much confusion. There's so many belts. There's so much cloudiness. But you continue to support it.
I don't like the move. Because he basically avoided 2 divisions. It's just a whole bunch of fragging. I'm not buying the pay-per-view.
Well, you said who avoided it?
Huh? He avoided it. Tank. He avoided it. Tank.
Avoided what?
He avoided 2 weight classes.
Well, avoided means that he moves to 140 and that he doesn't fight again at 135 or 130.
Well, he avoided them in his next fight, like 130 or 135. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of what Canelo's doing. He's fighting these Eastern Europeans, man. It's these tailor-made careers, man. I'm not a fan of it. And then you know, I don't know. I mean, Tank is ducking. Tank is ducking low key. Tank is ducking. He's trying to find the easiest way for the most credibility. Like that's literally a duck, man. To go from 130 to 140, that's a duck. That's a duck, man. Like, I'm not a fan of it.
David the Real Thomas says, I think Floyd figures as long as Tank is getting paid, he's doing his job. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's got to be one way or the other. So that's it. Well, okay. I got 3 people talking about it. So yeah, see. So for all the 3 people, the only 3 people that's talking about it in the chat, for everybody else, don't complain when these fights come up. The people that's like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it anyway. I gotta see it. So
I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'm not buying that
Yeah.
shit. They ain't getting my money. Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Cool,
they ain't
cool,
getting none
cool.
of my money no more. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. You
Boxing.
already know. On Saturdays, I got another option. Otherwise, I'll be stressed out and mad about it even more. But shit, I got any other options on Saturdays too. Shit. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna slide over to the brother Cows in a little while, man.
We
Another
get 2
good
days
one.
off, man.
Hello.
Get 2 days off.
2 days off. Yeah, 2 days off. So today is Friday in the shop. No fades tomorrow and the following day. Yeah, I think I got one of my cousins coming in town too tomorrow. I think so. So if that is, have me some fun for the next 2 days. Let's see. UFC Saturday. It's coming Saturday. Great fights. Mike McCann said Barrio stop and tank. All right. Let me see. Mike Wade said I stream bullshit fights and pay for Earl and Wilder. Yep. There you go. There you go. Shout out to Mike Wibby the Great, the Queen, Patty Dean, Mike McCann. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Philip H. Donovan Long in the building, the boxing section, TBS. David the Real Thomas. He said facts, Fred. Yes, indeed. Got the brother Philip H. in here. ATX, Texas Boys, Pound for Pound Boxing Channel. Salute to you. D Wills in the house. He said, oh, wow. Yova in the building. California, what up? Let's see. Who else we got? Okay, that's everybody that's talking right now. South Central Zone. JJ in the building. Salute to Jarvis Johnson. Patricia Shelton. Salute to you, Queen. All right. My big bro, Puncho Estrada in the building. Okay, everybody else stop writing. I guess that's what it is. Let me slide over to the other channel because I know we got some people on other. Yeah, so I've been kind of sliding back and forth to see what's up with some of the peoples and shit. So let me see who we got over here. All right, we got Dre Bug in the building. He said I saw that Birdman. Tonyo Senior.
Birdman won. Birdman won the Carissa Shields pay-per-view for her fight tomorrow.
Oh, Birdman won. Oh, shout out to Birdman. Right on. There you go. My brother, Mr. Tennessee himself, Hustler Slim in the building. Tonyo Senior, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
All right. Asian Math, King Asian Math in the building too. Champion Hard. My brother E, he said, who fighting? Man, you kidding me? Who fighting? Man, we got Easy going up to 205 to fight. I was getting ready to say Clarissa Shields. Got Amanda Nunes and Megan Anderson getting down to, and Aljamain Sterling is fighting Peter Yan. So 3 belts on the line. And then the undercard is stacked too, man. Drew Dober, Islam Makhachev. It's a stacked undercard too. Dominic Cruz is even on the undercard. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. DJ, what up, Donnie Jones? I see you in the building too. Phantom Brawler, what up? Let me see. I said I'm streaming all boxing and UFC for free. Okay, yeah, gotta get it. Fuck Dana White, absolutely. Beezy Boy in the house. He said it's not fucked when Garcia don't want to fight him. T.O. he don't get nothing. He wants to farmer either. Too big for 126 for Gary. Shout out to Beezy Boy. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
PGH Big Dog in the building. He said, stop it, Fred. DB keep schooling. There you go. Shit, I don't even know what I was talking about, but yeah, I see you, PGH Big Dog.
Probably talking about Tank.
Oh, okay. UK full 7 boxing. He said, Fred, keep it real, 100. Let's see, Jay Dixon in the building too. 254 Dunston. Salute. He said, salute to the chat. You got in here late, huh? You missed a baby girl in here. Let's see. KQKC was in here with us. What up, OG?
What's that,
singing
KQ?
OG. And that's ooh, bird chat. All right. Singing OG, Birdman. Congratulations. Aru TG Picasso. What's up? Texas in here strong too. Dave Jack, 313 Detroit. All right. Nate Johnson, see you too. Thanks for coming through. Mr. Padzor, the Queen, Patty Dean, Dory Jones. There we go. I think we got everybody on this side too. Cool. H Money. Okay, said H Money said Big Freddie dropped the link. Okay.
Sunday.
And,
I'll drop it on Sunday.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cool.
Late,
Let's see.
man. Late.
Warren Richards, what up? See you and Mark Fralin in the building too. Right on, right on. Yeah, man, we're gonna slide over to the boxing section and yeah, continue to party over there. People's Hernandez ready to drop them 5 mics for us. Play the song, Fred.
Woo! Fuck, I've been sitting in this chair for like 5 days. Woo! I've done this way before. Oh, we confirmed Ananda Lewis.
TVHQ, sign at a time. TVHQ, salute, salute.
Who's TBHQ?
In the chat,
Oh, okay. We confirmed Ananda Lewis today. Yesterday or today? Yesterday. So that's good. March 24th. People Hernandez. Congratulations, man. Shout out to Champside, man, for giving away those pay-per-views. That's awesome.
Yeah, you see People Hernandez?
He's in here already. No, Birdman. I don't know where we're at in this conversation. What'd you say, man?
Hey.
Ananda Lewis was. Is Marvin Gaye. We'll talk about that on Sunday. Ask me Sunday. My brain fried right now. Airbnb and Vroom. Okay. Yeah, Ananda Lewis from MTV. Shit, you gonna beam in with no shirt now, huh? E. Fuck the sleeves. Fuck no sleeves. Oh man. Bobbing and weaving and changing up like the season is do it for all my people. What you got this weekend, BB?
Oh man, I think my cousin's coming to town. If not, shit, same old, man. Give me a little kickboxing workout, hang out with a 40 or 2, and shit, get some UFC fights on.
Okay, that's what's up. Is your gym back open?
No, hell no.
Damn.
I'm not fucking with nobody like that. I'm around the same 5 people.
I respect that. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Your role. Cause the devil is a lie. Hey. I'm telling you the truth. Hey. It's all in what you do. Hey. Ooh, DB. I've been sitting in this chair. I put in 9 hours in this chair today.
Yeah, no, you're tired. Your energy way, way low. You start dragging me down with shit.
Man, damn, man. Woo! We made. I'm gonna recharge this battery, man. I'm gonna be live and full of the. Hey, it's funny because on Friday, like, man, I be wanting to go live, but man, hey, 9:05, I'll be knocked out, sleep. I ain't lying. I'll be gone, man. I don't even, man. Anyways, man, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank you, man. And go watch Coming to America too, so we can. I'm not waiting. So if someone say something about it, I'll go in on Sunday and we'll talk about it. So I got a couple of days to go watch it. It's on Amazon. Love you, DB. Love y'all, man.
Love you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.